Hello. What's up this morning, everyone? I forgot what time of day it was for a minute. Hello. Good morning. Fine Tuesday to you all. Good to see ya. What is up, Dylan Hunter, Tuka Buddy, Tassinger CG, Nachos Desmond? Welcome to the stream. Good to have you, Tassinger Vaporizer. How is everyone doing today? Hopefully everyone is having a lucid. How are you? Hope all is going well. Good morning. Yeah, we're waiting. They're releasing an anthology. They're releasing an anthology today. Wizards cracks me up. I don't think it's out yet. They said today. I don't know what time that means. So hopefully soon, because I want to play with it. But they announced yesterday this new anthology. Let me see if I can pull it up. And among the anthology, it's kind of hilarious because I don't know what Wizards is thinking. I'm not complaining because I like blowing up lands. But yesterday, by surprise, Wizards, they're like, all right, we're going to drop 2 new anthologies on Magic Arena. They also rebalanced some stuff. One of them is kind of a Brawl anthology, I'd say. It's all the signets, all the talisman, a bunch of swords, a champion's helm, whatever. That'll be fun for Brawl. I don't really care about that one that much, but the cool stuff for Brawl. The interesting one is Arena Anthology number 2. This one, it has some stuff that's interesting. Grist for the first time, Control Magic, Eternal Witness we've never had, Mother Runes, a couple of Goyfs. I want to build some sort of Tarmogoyf tribal deck would be cool. But the exciting one and the crazy one is Wrenn 6. And Wrenn 6, it blows my mind that they added this card. If you do not know the history of Wrenn 6... yeah, it is legal in Brawl. Rafellos is legal in Brawl. All of these cards are legal in Brawl. The one card banned is Mox Opal is banned in Historic. Everything else is legal everywhere. But if you don't know the story of Wrenn 6, they printed this card in Modern Horizons 2? Modern Horizons 1? Maybe it was Modern Horizons 1. I don't know. But they printed it in Modern Horizons. It went into Legacy. They had to ban it because of Wasteland. And they just added Strip Mine to Magic Arena for some reason, which I love because blowing up lands is awesome. And then they follow that up by adding Wrenn 6 to Arena, which makes Strip Mine very, very good. If you don't know what Wrenn 6 does, it lets you return a land from your graveyard to your hand. So essentially you Strip Mine, then Wrenn 6 gets it back. The next turn you Strip Mine, you do it again. One of the best Strip Mine locks pieces. Yeah, I am convinced that we need to do our Strip Mining now, because if we don't, Wizards is definitely going to restrict it. I do not see a world where they do not end up restricting it. Mother Frogger for the 38th month. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super thank you. But we gotta wait for the update. So I don't know when exactly these are gonna pop up in the store, but if anyone notices it, let me know and we're gonna try to build a Wrenn 6 Strip Mine deck. In the meantime, I think we're gonna mess around with this 5-color. I'm calling it 5-color sagas. I don't even know what this pile is. I found it in an infamous small Japanese tournament. In this deck, it's 5-color sagas, I guess. Like, we're kind of filling the graveyard a bit for Rediscover the Way and Awaken the Undead, which Shiko can get back from the graveyard for free. We got United Battlefront, even though we don't have that many things that it can hit, so we'll see if that works out. Lots of 3-ofs, which is interesting numbers-wise. That usually means... to me, that means the deck is still kind of undecided. It's unfinished, and you're testing stuff out. But we're going to give it a shot as we're waiting. So I'm doing well, Sanduaga. How are you? Good to see you. New stream goal, get Wrenn 6 and Strip Mine banned for all arena formats. I don't think we're going to have to do much for that. I'm pretty sure Wrenn 6 is going to get restricted anyway. I would be very surprised. Are you going to Commander Sealed this year? Possibly. I gotta see when the actual date is, but if it's a date when I'm not doing anything, I'd like to. It's not super far from me, which makes it easier. Anyway, let's do our reminders. Start playing some Magic, and if you notice anthologies go up, let me know, and we will blow up some land. So Replay YouTube, that's where you can find all the old streams. Normal YouTube. Yesterday we did some weapons manufacturing for budget Magic, although sadly that deck, the price kind of spiked. It was $100 when I built it. It was $100 when I built it, and then I ended up getting way more expensive. No, I think Strip Mine's the card that they'll restrict. I think Wrenn 6 is probably going to be fine once they restrict Strip Mine. I think Strip Mine would have probably ended up being restricted even without Wrenn 6. I'm glad they're giving it a run. But I would not be surprised if it ends up going eventually. I'm doing good for Commander Clash. Have you thought of trying to build your own precons and play those? Wait. What would that mean? What does build your own precon mean? How is building your own precon different than just building a deck, I guess would be my question. Like, build a deck but try to make it precon-like? Or, like, take a precon commander and build a deck around it? I'm curious what that means, because it's an interesting idea, but I'm not sure exactly what it means. Would you consider going to next year's MagicCon Amsterdam? Maybe. Maybe. For some reason, the idea appeals to me, even though I just really am not I don't really like traveling, and Amsterdam's kind of a long ways travel-wise, but for some reason, the idea of going to MagicCon in Amsterdam, I've never really been to Europe. I've heard Amsterdam's a really cool city, so I'm kind of interested. I would say the odds are not in favor of it, but maybe there's some chance. I think it would be nice to go to an EU MagicCon at some point and meet all the people over there. That I go to ones in the US every year, and it's awesome, and I get to meet tons of people, but I'm sure there's a lot of EU people that don't get to come to, like, MagicCon Vegas, so it would be cool to make it over and do one so I can meet all the EU crew. I came across this deck from the Standard League. It got 5th place. It's called Mono Red Dragons. Wanted your take on it. So I think the deck's good. It's been putting up some good results. It's kind of like a bigger red deck, which Tyrion Mauler is kind of funny. I wasn't expecting to see Tyrion Mauler showing up in actual standard decks, but it makes sense with the dragon theme. The dragons turn on Sarkhan, right? So you get to ramp into your bigger stuff. Nova Hellkite's a really good card. To me, like, the dragon name, I think is a little deceptive, because other than Sarkhan, there's not a ton of actual, like, dragon synergies. But as far as being like a big red aggro deck, I actually think it looks pretty solid and is putting up good results. I haven't tried playing it yet, but it looks sweet to me. It seems like a cool take on mono red for sure. Tutoring the Hellkite, yeah, I mean, Nova Hellkite's actually, this was one of the cards during spoiler season that we were all really high on, and I think we're finally starting to see it paying off. Have you seen the Simic Oculus deck running around, playing Anti-Casual Vestige to put into play on turn 3? Ooh, I haven't, but that is cute. That is a good use of Anti-Casual Vestige for sure. I actually downloaded Arena just to play this deck. Wait, to play what? To play what deck, Doug? The dragon deck? Oh, the dragon deck is sweet. It would be kind of like building a budget deck in a lower power deck for an optimized mana basis. Oh, speaking of budget, before we start playing this deck, I got a question. I got a question for you. We're not playing this deck today. I might do it for Budget Magic. I saw this deck, though. This is another infamous small Japanese tournament deck. It's $20, which is, I mean, $20 is as cheap as it gets. I guess it's mono blue towns. I'm curious if this deck has any shot of winning. This was like the top 8 in a 4-player tournament or something. So you don't learn much. You don't learn much by that. I love how cheap this deck is. It looks so weird to me, though. Like, it's playing all these really weird towns in the mana base, I guess, to turn on Travel the Overworld, which is kind of absurd, right? When this is a 2-mana draw 4, that is a lot of card draws. And then it's like Summon Leviathan, swallowed by the Leviathan. I don't even know what's going on with this deck, but we might have to try this one for Budget Magic. Just at least see if it can win any games, because it's just such a infamous, yeah, this is a infamous small town Japanese tournament. top four of the top 4 player tournament. How do you top 8 if there are only 4 players? I mean, if you top 4, you're in the top 8 by definition, right? Anyway, will you ever join a small Japanese tournament? Possibly. So speaking of going to Amsterdam, maybe for MagicCon, I don't know if I mentioned this on stream before, but my little brother, my basketball playing brother, he's going to Japan this year to play. He's playing professional over in Japan. So I might go over to see him at some point during the year. And if I do, then I will definitely try to check out some of the sweet LGSs and small Japanese tournaments while I'm over there. So the odds of that are higher than they've ever been. Japan is really far. I still hate traveling. I'm just not exactly plane sized. I'm just, oh man, planes suck. I hate flying. But it would be super cool. I actually top 8 a Pro Tour League, my living room. Pro Tour living room. If you get DQ'd in a 4-player tournament, do you still get a top 8? Ooh, that's a good question. I imagine no. You still need to read Destroy All Humanity Can't Be Regenerated. I know, Doug. You've mentioned that before. I think I probably would like it. Anyway, what is this deck? As we wait for Wrenn 6 to maybe eventually appear on Arena. So this deck, I don't even know. 5-color sagas. The idea appears to me to be get stuff in the graveyard with cash grab Esper Origins, like Rediscover the Way, Awaken the Honor deck. They also work really well with Ancient Cornucopia since they're 3 colors, so they gain a bunch of life. Then we play Shiko to get those back from the graveyard, to draw more cards, to blow up more things. The deck looks really weird to me. I'm not really sure how this is going to work, but it caught my eye just because it's definitely different. This is way different than anything I've seen anyone doing in Standard. So let's give some 5-color sagas a shot while we wait for Wrenn 6. Here's my list for some Megaculus. Silent Hall Creep sideboard plan has proven to be amazing. Ooh. Yeah, Vestige putting, I mean, one thing we've seen in multiple formats now is cheating Oculus into play is a really strong way to win games. Like, we played that Modern deck with Flibble Fips. That was about getting Oculus into play, and it was good enough to 5-0 with Flibble Fip in Modern. That's how good Oculus is. Anti-casual Vestige seems like a cool way to do it. I like it, and I like that they got the Kona synergies in there, got some card draw with Trailblazer. That looks super sweet. Can we get a crack open the hypergeometric calculator for a whiff percentage? Wait, whiff percentage on, oh, yeah, do we need to math it? It's going to be bad. I don't know if we want to know the math on this, honestly. The math, that's mathematically this on a United Battlefront's not going to be good. So we have how many hits? 4 plus 6 is 10, plus 4, 14, 17. So we have 17 hits. The math should be similar to Collected Company, which means you really want to be close to 30 to guarantee you're going to hit 2 like 80+% of the time. 17 is going to be rough. It's going to be really rough. So 60 cards, 17 hits, 6, you need 2. I'm going to say like 60% maybe. 55. All right, 55%. So yeah, what are the odds of, I mean, we're going to hit 1, right? Hopefully. So we'll hit 1 90% of the time. We'll double hit about half the time. Maybe, is there any world we're paying 4 mana to get a 3 mana? Oh, do I have the sample size? Wait, no, we see 6 cards. Oh, it's 7 cards. I was thinking it was exactly the same as Coco. You're right, it's 7 cards. Wait, it's going to be a little better then. 64%. That was my bad. I don't know why I was thinking it was 6 cards like Coco. So 64% to double hit. And then it's going to be like 90% to single hit. 92% to single hit. I guess that's not that bad. Is there any world? Wrenn 7 is just too slow. We need Wrenn 6 for strip mining purposes. How do you feel about Universes Beyond in Standard? A lot of my issues with Universes Beyond in Standard have nothing to do with Universes Beyond, if that makes sense. Like, my issues with I have several issues with Universes Beyond in Standard, but those issues are not because they're IPs that are not Magic flavored. Like, my issue isn't, oh, it's Spider-Man, or oh, it's Final Fantasy, oh, it's Avatar. The issues that I have is the issues like Standard being way more expensive because the prices of the Universes Beyond sets are so much higher and they sell out so much quicker. It's having 6 sets a year, which makes Standard harder to keep up with. It's Wizards changing their rotation schedule, which has led to a lot of really stale metas. So none of those things are because of Universes Beyond. Like, if they took and added 3 more in-universe sets to Standard each year and jacked up the price on half of them, we'd have the same issue. So it's not about the IPs or the Universes Beyond. It's because of the changes they made to get Universes Beyond into Standard. Those are the issues that I see. Those are the things that I think are becoming a negative, if that makes sense. Using your God Tier Ultimate Banhammer ability Universes Beyond out of Standard. I wish I had the power some people think I had. Could you, if I actually had the power to ban things? Oh my God, so many cards would be banned. That's why I think that argument's just silly on its face, because if you've heard me talk about cards, there are a lot. There, Tron back in, ooh. Do we keep just 2 cornucopias? That's probably a horrible idea, but I kind of want, you know what? We're going to try it. We're on the play. We're going to try it. Cornucopias for the win. Hedge Maze. Well, we definitely do not want even more lands. We would like some non-lands. So yeah, those are my concerns. The IP, oh, that's awkward. The IP stuff, my biggest concern is kind of, Richard is right. Spider-Man will sell Avatar by a large margin, and we're all in the echo chambers. I'm gonna bet on Avatar. I'm gonna bet on it. I think Avatar is gonna be bigger than people think. Like, I think it's possible that Spider-Man's being underrated by some people because of, like, Marvel fatigue. But I also think that Avatar is being underrated by some people because we just don't know what it is. Like, some people just don't know what it is. Ooh. Do we just Shiko? We gotta take Shiko. Yeah, we take Shiko. We take Shiko. We play the starting town. We play the cornucopia. If our opponent doesn't blow it up, we just Shiko back this Awaken on our dead next turn. If our opponent does blow it up, then we play another one, and we got through the Insidious Fungus. I mean, what would your bet be, chat? What is your bet? Spider-Man or Avatar? When we look back on this... Oh, your friend has it. Okay, so that's another vote for Avatar. Your friend has an Avatar tattoo. That is kind of how I judge how popular Universes Beyond are going to be. When I see people coming up to me at, like, Magic Cons that have a tattoo of that IP... Oh, do we just have to kill that? Yeah, I guess we just kill it. When I see people at Magic Cons coming up to me with a tattoo of the IP, that's when I'm, like, pretty confident that that's gonna be a good one. Funky Monkey Beats for the 21st month. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super duper, thank you. My parents' coworkers don't know who Aang is, but every single person I know in my life knows who Spider-Man is. That's true. The other way you can judge Universes Beyond is, have I heard of it? Because you know me and pop culture, there's a lot of it that I haven't heard of, and I know what Spider-Man was. I did not know what Avatar was. I do think the Avatar fits better. Yeah, flavor-wise, Avatar seems to fit better than Spider-Man. Have you met anyone with a tattoo of you? I haven't. Please don't do that. Please. 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 If it's a Billboard Top 200 band, Seth has never heard of it. I try not to have heard of Billboard Top 200 bands. I go out of my way to avoid that because I actively don't like pop music. Let's Esper Origins first. I mean, Esper Origins and the Shiko. Not going to gain life with Cornucopia. Oh, another Shiko. Well, mill the land. Keep Shiko number 2 because of removal. Play the land. And Shiko time. Shiko. We will gain... Oh, wait, we can cast Esper Origins too? Oh, that's cute. Wait, if we cast this... Copy, you can cast the copy without paying its mana cost. If the spell was cast from your graveyard. Wait, this doesn't work, right? This wouldn't be cast from our graveyard. We're gonna get Awakened on our dead anyway. I'm curious though. If we Shiko Esper Origins, do we get the 4/4 or no? Yeah, my impulse would be that it doesn't work because we're copying it and it's not being cast from the graveyard. Are you concerned about the placement of your tattoo for people are going... Wait, aren't you concerned about the placement of the tattoo the people are going to show you? Well, I hadn't really thought about that. Yes, now that you mention it, yes. Yes, I'm... Oh, no. Oh, okay, that's fine. I thought they were putting big things into play. Opponent... Huh? Railway Brawler. Ice Till Explorer. What is going on? What is going on in... Renappleville. Well, let's mill some cards. So Shiko says, exile target non-land card with mana value 3 or less from the graveyard. Copy it. You can cast the copy without paying its mana cost. So if this just exiled the card and you played it, it would work. But I believe because you're exiling the card and then copying it, the copy isn't being cast from exile. You're just casting the copy. So I don't think it actually does work because of that. I do want a magic tattoo. I really need to get a magic tattoo. I was thinking of doing one in Vegas because I had all those tattoo artists in Vegas, but it took too much time. I didn't want to spend I didn't want to spend half a day, like, waiting for it. Well, mill and, I guess, mill. All right, Esper Origins. Find us something good. Yeah, all right. More Awaken the Undead. That's fine. Yeah. I mean, this is working. It looks weird, but it's working so far. Hey, good morning, son of the Mind Sculptor. How are you? Good to see you. Good to see you. Ice Steel Explorer. What are we going to do? Oh, this is a Devastating Onslaught deck? I guess Devastating Onslaught on... well, I mean, you are correct. Devastating Onslaught on... Railway Brawler is kind of funny. Discard a card when you do return a creature or land card from your graveyard to your hand. We are going to say no. Let's say no to that. But what we will do is play an Ancient Cornucopia. No. Play an Awaken the Undead. Gain some life. Blow up the Ice Tail. I mean, we might just, if they can just Railway Brawler and Onslaught it, don't we just die? Does that not just kill us? I feel like that probably just kills us. Well, grab this Virtue. Hit ya. Well, let's see what happens. We might just be dead here. Yeah, it might have been worth keeping the Authority, you're right. I haven't seen this deck before. I don't know how realistic, like, are they actually playing like 4 Devastating Onslaughts? Is that like actually the full-on plan of the deck? If they have Devastating Onslaught, we do die. And we will regret not keeping Authority of the Gods. Well. Well then. Okay. Wait, is this, where did this deck come? That is kind of cute. Where did this deck come from? Is this like a tournament deck, or did someone make a video of it? Huh, I've never seen it before. I mean, that was kind of cool. Well, we need to get our revenge, though. How do we get our revenge? Primal Odin? Well, I mean, lesson number 1, we should have kept Authority of the Consoles, apparently. Apparently, we should have kept the Authority of the Consoles. Let's go down this Virtue. I kind of want the Primal Odins. I feel like we might be able to one-shot them. Or maybe do we bring in I don't know why we got a bunch of Decadent Dragons in the sideboard, but we could bring in a bunch of Decadent Dragons. Really, if I... Wait. This is a real thing? Hang on. Let me see. If this is a real deck, I kind of want to try that, because that looks ridiculous. I can't... I don't see it on Goldfish. Wait, is it... What about MTG Top 8? I don't see it in any results. At least with Railway Brawler. Oh? Gruul Aggro. Oh, there it is. Oh, wait. Do we have to try this? Do we have to try? Ooh, do you want to try? What do you like better? Do you like this janky Saga deck, or... Now I kind of want to do that, because that looked really cool. That was a bunch of 80/80s. Yeah, let's try something like that. So there is a real deck. I mean, that looks sweet. Well, we're gonna finish the match. We'll finish this match and then we can try it. I like the Saga deck too. I don't know, maybe we'll play like some with the Saga deck and then try that in the second half of the stream. Oh, thank you, Miss Ewer. That's going to make it way easy. Ooh, there's someone summon Primal Odin. Well, let's do a little Esper Origin zing. We'll keep Rediscover the Way. Rediscover the Way seems good for the future. Although, I don't think we can cast it. We can't cast it this turn. Opponent, Insidious Fungus. Well, let's play the Parlor. Keep the cash grab, pass the turn. I can't decide, is Mumunion Timeline Color or Uncommon Warp Angel my favorite card from Edge of Eternities? What about you all? Ooh, favorite Edge of Eternities card, chat. What do you got for favorite Edge of Eternities card? Oh, I think my favorite. That card, this has some really cool cards in it. I haven't found like the doppelgang from the set yet. Like usually there's a card that I just get like super addicted to and play way more than I probably should. I haven't really found that card from the set that I've just built like a million decks around. Wow, that's some gas. Let's take, I guess, do we need the removal? Do we have the mana to cast the removal? Sort of. Yeah, let's take Awaken the Honored Dead. I think that's fine. Having a removal spell, probably going to be good here. Play the land, pass the turn. My current favorite, I do really like the planet lands. The planet lands are so neat. Weapons manufacturing is definitely on the short list. Weapons manufacturing is so unique and like such a fun build around challenge. I think those would be at the top right now. But like I said, I haven't found the doppelgang yet, where I just get absolutely addicted and just like playing a million. A turning elevator is really interesting. Oh yeah, if we count strip mine, if strip mine counts, then it's probably strip mine. Let's take a Verge. We might, are we just dying next turn? Let's Awaken the Honored Dead. Blow up the Ice Hill. Play the Verge. Pass the turn. I mean, there's no Railway Brawler plotted, so that helps. Hammer Skull. Sure. I mean, Summon Primal Odin can deal with something. Insidious Fungus. And opponent passing. Well, let's cash grab. See what we can find. Well, there's Authority to shut down the combo kill, which is actually nice. Well, mill 3. Do we just do this? I think we just play the Authority. Let's just play the Authority to make sure. I mean, our opponent can Insidious Fungus it, but then that gets rid of the Insidious Fungus. Mill and mill. And we can take the beats from the Hammer Skull for a turn. Watery Grave tap, go. And then we can use Awaken the Honored Dead. I guess we don't have a Shiko yet, unfortunately. Opponent does blow it up. And opponent, land. How does this deck actually win against decks that can interact at instant speed, though? Wait, are we not dead? 18. I guess we're not dead. Wait, does this have trample? It does not. All right, so we block. I mean, this hurts. We go to 3. That's not what we wanted. And there's a Molt Tender. Hell, that doesn't seem worth it. Yeah, I mean, is there a land worth getting back? Not really. All right, we will decline. And summon Primal Odin. Get rid of the Hammer Skull. Play the starting town, pass the turn. If they win by copying Molt Tender, opponent, Hammer Skull. Insidious Fungus. They do have a lot of answers to enchantments, apparently. Well, there's Esper Origins. Hell, that's Esper Origins. Ooh. Do we need this split up is the question. Hey, what's up, Mega Magic Carp? How are you? What do you do if everyone runs Wrenn and 6 strip mine? Then we just strip mine better than they do. There's one thing I'm pretty confident in is my ability to blow up lands in Magic. So if it comes down to a land destruction mirror, I feel like that's one place where I might just have a natural advantage because I spent way too much of my time blowing up lands in Magic. Nowhere to run. Well, playing the land, I guess we just keep Esper Origins-ing. Graveyard and... I guess a second Nowhere to Run could actually be good. Alright, let's pass the turn. See what our opponent does. I wonder, have you seen our opponent's deck very much? How does it work against something like Dimir or something? Like, what if you play against a deck that just has a lot of instant speed removal? Because that's always a concern with these, like, cloning effects, right? Is if your opponent can just kill the thing in response, it fizzles, like, all the mana you dump into them. I'm very curious. What's the waiting room today? I've started keeping out of the Magic loop just to use my favorite creators instead of paying attention to WotC. Oh, the waiting room today. No, this is a good waiting room. They announced a new Arena Anthology. And that Arena Anthology has... There's a Llanowar. And then Arena Anthology has Wrenn and 6 in it, which goes really well with Strip Mine. So we are counting down the days. Or the minutes, rather, until we can do some Wrenn and 6 strip mining. Oh, this Vaultborn's going to be an issue. Draw 2 cards. Each player loses 2 life. All right. Well, we get to make some mana. We draw, god dang it, 2 more lands. That's not good. Well, Esper Origins. These Esper Origins keeping us alive, sort of. Man, I really want that. I really want that split up now. The big problem we have is this Vaultborn Tyrant's going to pop off. Well, let's keep the Cornucopia. We get the Cornucopia off to summon Esper Maudin. We play the Cornucopia. Play the Fountain Port. Yeah, I think we just risk it. Esper Origins. Shields are down. The shields are down. Yeah, I'm not sure. I've been waiting for the release. Ooh, wait, United Battlefront. So we draw split up. All right, we're gonna keep the split up. That might help us. Sadly, our opponent knows about it, which is gonna make it worse. But yeah, pass turn. We're back up to 10. The store update makes me nervous because they updated the sales stuff already. But it definitely says in the article it releases today, so... Well, there's a Vaultborn Tyrant. Opponent draws a card. And, well, there's the plotting of the Railway Brawler. Opponent gonna get it. Well, block and block. Get rid of the Hammer Skull. Draw the split up. So the question is, do we kill this Vaultborn Tyrant? Yeah, let's do it. This means if they draw the... I think we have to just get rid of the Vaultborn, though. We're still in a very fragile spot here. So hit the Vaultborn. So we can double know where to run the Vaultborn. Opponent gets to draw. They get a copy. That Railway Brawler, though. Go to combat. Do some attacking. Opponent. What happened to the Scoops icon? It's a good question. something went wrong with the stream, and when I switched computers with the overlay, and I haven't figured out how to fix it yet. Now I think we just split up. Actually, do we even? Yeah, I guess we have to. Let's blow up the untapped creatures. Maybe the United Battlefront can save us if we're still alive. Opponent gonna tap to mill. So they keep their mana dorks. They lose the thing that was gonna give them trample. Play the tap land. Pass turn. See you for dead. Our opponent's deck looks sweet. There's a Railway Brawler. At least against our deck. Now that we've had some cards for a minute, how do you feel about Sammy's Curiosity, Larval Sand Scoutlander as a ramp package alongside the other ramp? Opponent, Vaultborn Tyrant, gonna draw a card. It's gonna make it huge. Yeah, this does not look great. Opponent, Fabled Passage, cracks it. How do we get out of this? Can we get out of this? I still explore. Okay. I mean, this is going to have to be the greatest United Battlefront in the history of Magic. Opponent land. Mills. Railway Brawler. We're not taking any damage this turn, which is good. I mean, we know we have the United Battlefront. I'm not sure if that's enough, though. Let's make a treasure. Well, spin it to win it. The math on this was not ideal. No. Okay, Awaken the Honor Dead, nowhere to run. Awaken the Honor Dead, Cornucopia. Well, we definitely take this. Oh, their stuff's so big. Yeah, we need kind of like a miracle. We're going to take the Cornucopia. We blow up Railway Brawler. Sack the treasure. Come on, Magic Gods. We need something here. Oh, Awaken the Honor Dead. Okay. Maybe that might be enough. That might be enough. Blow up the Vaultborn Tyrant. We're back up to 17 for the moment, but our opponent gets to draw a card. Play the land. Pass the turn. Come on, hold. Man, if we win this somehow, that would be so impressive. The problem is we have literally nothing for next turn. Like, literally, top of the deck. Ooh, is Anthology out? Is it out? Okay. As soon as this match finishes, we'll go work on it. Found it. Getting in. Hitting us. Be thinking about what we can do with our Wrenn and 6-strip mine deck. What we should be adding to the deck. Because that's the first thing we're building. About it. How many Magic Gods? The number keeps increasing. Little by little. About it. Mills. They keep printing more of them. Hey, Seth, if you could put... Oh! We're live. No, we're not alive. The Authority of the Consoles would have been good in some world. We mill a bunch of stuff we would have wanted. How can we do... Oh, okay, so... Wow, this is like full-on desperation. We fire up this. Because we need it to make a food that we can sack to draw a card. Get in, hit ya. Exile the land. Get a food. Opponent down to 30. I think we have to hit split up. I don't even... Oh, can we hit split up or Shiko? Either one of those would be really good. I'll sack the food. Magic gods. Come on. Breeding pool. All right. Well, I guess it's time to do some strip mining. Wait, is Anthologies... Is it not live? Weren't people just saying it was live? It might be. Let's see. Is it live? Let me cook. Oh, Arena. I don't see it. Oh, you got to update? All right. Avert your eyes. Avert your eyes. Actually, I cleaned up. Look at this. So I decided I was going to clean my desktop. I started over here. I made it all the way over to here, which I was pretty proud. Look at this big empty section here. Then I got tired of cleaning my desktop. So all this got to stay, but we're getting there. We're getting there. Is Anthologies for Historic and Timeless? So Anthologies, this anthology is for all formats. I would say that of the two anthologies, one of them is pretty clearly, I don't know, that my computer updates the background every day for some reason. It kind of looks a bit Thunder Junction-y. So one of them is very brawl focused with a bunch of mana rocks and a bunch of swords. The other one is definitely more historic and timeless focused. That's the one that I'm hyped about. There's 3 decks I really want to build. So we're gonna start with some strip mining, but strip mine, artifacts, Tarmogoyf Tribal. Those are the 3 that I'm really excited about. Hey, what's up, Mega Magic Carp? What must you ask me? Mox Opal, yeah, Mox Opal's busted. Can you play the harmonica? So I play the harmonica. Oh, you know what? You know what I got? I got a keyboard again. For the first time in a while, I got a real keyboard. I'm actually very excited. So harmonica, in some sense, anyone can play a harmonicon, like a harmonicon. Panharmonicon has influenced my brain so much that I say harmonicon. So all you do is blow in it, right? But to actually play it competently and like be good, and no, not really. I really enjoyed the weapons manufacturing deck yesterday. Have you tried WM in Cheerios yet? Ooh, I haven't yet. That does sound really sweet, though. Oh, we were just actually planning a CDH Commander Clash episode, and I'm pretty sure we're gonna see a tally because I think Phil wants to play a tally. I think out of all the CEDH decks, I think a tally fits Phil the most because he likes the big value and like copying things. So I think we're going to get to see a tally CDH on Commander Clash soon. It's kind of funny. I would not have expected a tally to be like a legit CDH commander. I was thinking of playing Kefka actually because we wanted another blue deck at the table. Because I think of CDH as a pretty blue format, and with Phil on a tally, I think I want to play a blue deck. So I'm thinking of Kefka, but Plagon could also be sweet. Did my sub go through? Oh, that's a good question. Let me look. I don't know why. Oh man, 10 minutes ago. I'm not sure why it didn't pop up. But Mr. Second Amendment, welcome back to the Fishbowls. My apologies that it didn't pop up for some reason. Arena. Welcome back to the Fishbowl. Big Soup Cheer for you. Thank you. I think we've destroyed Arena. Arena. All right, let's back to the desktop. Let's try this again. Arena knows. They know that once this update goes through, we're just gonna strip mine people, and it doesn't want to let us back in. What would be good for CDH? What would you like me to play in CDH? The only thing with CDH that I would say is, for CDH, I try to play like an actual like competitive deck, not like a brewy CDH deck, because we don't do CDH very often. So I want to play something that CDH people will think is CDH-y, and not just like a strong version of a casual deck. But ooh, Sisei could be fun. There's not really ERX CDH, not that I know of. I mean, hey, it's no holds barred. Stasis is allowed. Do we have anthologies? Oh, there they are. There. So that's the commander one. I don't even know if I want to buy that one. Do you think this one? Well, I get enough. They're all. Nah, okay. I feel like the things I would use most would be the talisman and the signets in Brawl. But with 2,000 uncommon wild cards, that's probably the smarter way to go about it. Is this one worth buying? Is it worth buying, or do I... How many... 11 mythics? Yeah, we're just going to buy it. Whatever. Let's make the anthology. Oh, so Tomer already snagged VV. As soon as he heard CDH. Huh? Wait a minute. How is it possible to get gems from an anthology that just added new cards to Arena? How did I get duplicates? How is that? I didn't even see the cards I wanted. I didn't see Wrenn. I saw a bunch of gems. Uh-oh. Wait, did it not give me Wrenn? Those are... Oh! Scammed! We got scammed on stream. Wait. Did I not just spend money on this? I'm so confused. Oh, bugged is one thing, but how do I play with my Wrenns? I just want to strip mine people. Wait. Okay. Yes, I know. Should I buy this one? If I buy this one, will I... All right, I'm gonna try restarting. That concerns me that those gems popped up. Noah said we didn't own them. They were ghosted in the collection. Like, I think we only somehow got 5 cards. It only showed those 5 cards as the new cards too, when we were supposed to get like 20 cards. So if we go to Timeless... Yes, get out of here. Wrenn. Oh, wait, there we go. Okay. Oh, I was nervous. Okay, we're good. I think we're good. Restarting the client seemed to fix it. I don't know why it did that, but we're good. Okay, so Wrenn in 6. Strip mine. So where's the, let's see. Where is our last... Where's our last strip mine deck? What do we want to add to this? So here's what we played for against the odds. Azus, I think we gotta have. Ice Tills we gotta have. Since we're in Gruul, though, I think we're probably not going to be playing like the Thought Seizes Fatal Push stuff. I don't know if we want to go full on 3 colors. Is there an Entomb for lands? We'll search. I don't think there's like Realms Uncharted on Arena. So we want Ice Till for sure. We want at least a couple of Zeusas. Let's see. Search land graveyard. I played Elvish Recameron last time, and it actually felt pretty good. But there isn't... I don't think there is just an Entomb. Like, Knight of the Reliquary works. What do you think about Deathrite? Is Deathrite worth it? I like Deathrite. That's the other question is Yeah, are we trying to build a prison deck? We could be like Blood Moons. The only problem with going Blood Moons is Blood Moons then shut down our strip mine, right? Gamble could actually work. Because even if we discard the strip mine, we can get it back from the graveyard. I think, so Deathrite, yes, a little bit of a non-bill with Wrenn in 6, but remember it hits any graveyard. So as we strip mine our opponent's lands, we can just eat them. So I think it should still be fine. The other question is, like, how much land destruction do we want to play? Is this like an actual, like, are we trying to build Panza? Are we going to be playing Stone Rains? Do we even care about that? Or is this just a turbo strip mine deck? Yeah, well, crop rotation would be so good, but no, it is sadly not on Arena. Excavator is there. So I think Ice Tail Explorer does everything. I think Wrenn and 6 also is a nice backup for getting lands from the graveyard. So we probably don't have to go as heavy with Excavator effects just because we also have the Wrenn and 6 now. Additional land drops are incredibly strong, though. Like, that's where Azusa comes in. Expedition map might be necessary. What is the next best additional land drop effect? Sword Tooth. Oracle Moldai is cute. Oracle, I just don't know if it dies too much. But additional lands and playing off the top is kind of nice. Think Dryad's the way to go? I would play more Azusas, but they're legendary. And then for interaction, what? Lightning Bolt. Ooh. I don't know if I like this version. That's kind of an ugly looking Lightning Bolt, actually. So we'll go with Strixhaven. So Lightning Bolt. Unholy Heat. Maybe. How else can we speed this up is a question. Chrome Mox is so awkward. Like, it's not intuitive in this deck because we want to be doing land stuff, but I think it's worth it. Have a great idea for against odds. Given that Tezzeret Ugin and Ether Spark are all in standard, I think colorless Super Friends. Ooh, that sounds sweet. Colorless Super Friends could be super cool. Karn package, yeah, that could actually be super fun. Oh, do we want to play Karn? So probably, like, playing Karn, and then we can get, like, the One Ring from the sideboard. In my last deck, I didn't play Karn in the main deck. We played 4 One Rings in the main deck. But I kind of like the idea of, like, we play Karn in the main. We can get One Ring from the sideboard. We can get Crucible from the sideboard. We can get Graveyard Hate. Yeah, we are going to want more early game ramp. It might just be Utopia Sprawl. Might be the way to go. All right, let's go with Karn. Let's build the sideboard real quick. So we need the One Ring. I don't know why it's so hard for Arena to find the one. Good Lord. The One Ring. I know all of these cards. How in the world do they end up with this many cards with the One Ring in it? So One Ring in the sideboard. Crucible Worlds in the sideboard. The Stone Brain in the sideboard. Chalice of the Void. Chalice I could see in the main deck even, but Chalice in the sideboard for now. Relic of Progenitus, maybe? What else? What other artifacts? Oh, Force of Vigor is a good one. Force of Vigor is a good sideboard option. I mean, I guess we could also play Blood Moon in the sideboard. Beseiju is legal. I guess we can play some Blood Moons in the sideboard for like the Field of the Dead decks. What is... Okay, so... Oh, coding. Yeah. The other question I have is, let's say we run into Show and Tell. Oh, Torp Orb's also a good one. What do we have for Show and Tell? What is the best card we can put in our sideboard that gives us at least some chance of not dying to Show and Tell? Ancient Tomb's definitely going in the deck. Is there anything we can get for with Karn? I'm trying to think of an artifact in specific. Vexing Bauble might be the best one. So Vexing Bauble is good. And then I could also see, maybe Disruptor Flute is our Pithing Needle effect, even though it's 2 mana. And go like 2 Force of Vigors, 3 Blood Moons. That seems fine for the sideboard. Yeah, not letting them get to 3 mana would be ideal, but... So Chrome Mox lets us potentially turn 1 a Wrenn. Utopia Sprawl. So this would put us at what, 21 lands if we ran it like this? I feel like I want more additional land drops. Is there an artifact that lets us play additional lands? Probably not. Yeah, not really. Huh. How do we get more additional land drops in here? Ooh, Escape. Does Escape matter? Yeah, Utopia Sprawl is bad against opposing strip mines. That is actually a really good point. I kind of like Escape to the Wilds in decks like this. I don't know if it's worth it in this deck. Wait, do we have Burgeoning? We don't have Burgeoning on Arena, do we? Oh, we do have Burgeoning. Huh. I kind of want to play Burgeoning just because it's so funny. Because our opponent plays a land and then we just get to put a strip mine into play and blow up their land. which is actually kind of hilarious. All right, maybe we don't Utopia Sprawl. Maybe it's too risky against other strip mines. But we try Burgeonings? I don't even know if we need Excavator. Like, with Wrenn and Icetail, we might just be good on the Excavator. Well, Wrenn only gets back 1 land, though. This works really well with additional land drops. I mean, this might be fine. Let's Ancient Tomb in the mana base. What else do we want? Let's see. What else do we want land-wise? We need a bunch of fetch lands that get green. So, Wooded Foothills, Windswept Heathfront Catacombs, Stomping Grounds, Stomping Grounds, the Surveil Land, I don't I don't know if there's a way we can shoehorn Mox Opal into this deck or not. Yeah, I think we can get rid of Excavator. Because we can also Karn to get Crucible from the sideboard. So I think we can cut the Excavator. Maybe this is fine. That would give us 22 lands, plus we have the Mox. Although with Burgeoning, we really do want a lot of lands. Yeah, we got the fetches. Boseiju would be good. So the last question is... So it's 23 lands. So the last question is, do we need a way... Yeah, 4 Burgeoning is kind of a lot. I'm not sure how good Burgeoning actually is. The last question is, do we need a way to find Strip Mine? Other than we have Elvish Reclaimer. What is our best way to find Strip Mine if we need to? The other deck was in black, so you got to play stuff like Demonic Tutor. This deck does not get that option. Arsherwood's Charm can find it. I mean, Sylvan Scrying. Sylvan Scrying is probably better than Expedition Map, I think. Traverse Uvenwald's good, but we need lands. Oh, Myco Spawn? Myco Spawn's 4 mana. Gamble is super cute. It works. Yeah, you know what? Maybe we try it. Let's risk it. Let's go down. We'll go down 2 Burgeonings. We'll go 1 Unholy Heat. This deck is not very interactive. We'll see if that kills us. And then let's see. Relic, Stonebrain, Crucible, One Ring, Chalice, Tormod's Crypt, Bobble, Flute, Coding, Torpor Orb. If you don't mind, I heard you want to try a weapons manufacturing deck. Ooh, let's see. Yeah, we actually just played a weapons manufacturing deck on Budget Magic. This is a pretty spicy looking build though. This is a lot different. Yeah, I didn't have United Battlefront or anything. That looks sweet. That's a cool take on weapons manufacturing. I like it. Ooh, Pinnacle Starcage for the combo kill. Get rid of all of them. You can play Wounded Rog's Thrust deck that wins with a Boro Breezecaller lines or Underworld Breach lines. I can provide a link. He's the #1 CDH player in the world. Hey, send me a link. I'll look at it. That'd be sweet. The Endstone for something big into play or keep drawing cards. Yeah, let's try it like this. Let's play a couple games and see how it goes. We can always update it. I think 7 mana on the Endstone's probably just too much. What are the most unique counters I can use in my tightest deck? Ooh. Let's see. Brick counters. -2 counters. There's actually, I found this before. There's a page on the wiki that lists all the different kinds of counters. And there's actually a ton. Like, there are Aegeus counter, Age counter, Aim counter, Arrow counter, Arrowhead counter, Bait counter. So I would check out this list, because there are actually, if you dig back through all the weird old cards, there are a lot of random. Ickatin Money Changer. No, Ickatin, is it Money Changer? I feel like that has a weird counter, and the card's just funny. Ickatin Money Changer, Fallen Empires. I feel like it... Credit counters, yes. Enters with 3 credit counters. When it enters the battlefield, 3 damage to, bidding upkeep, put a credit counter on it. Sack it, you gain a life for each credit counter on it. So you play a 1 mana 0/2, you take 3, and then you slowly, I guess, pay back the loan by gaining back that life. And if it lives long enough, eventually you come out ahead. Oh, old Magic. I did an arena EOE draft and got the nuts. Ooh, let me see. That's a lot of spacecraft. Wow. Double Servandam. Yeah. That deck looks triple Servandam. Yeah, that deck looks crazy. How'd it go, motherfucker? How many wins did you get? All right, let's try blowing up some lands. Let's see how this goes. We can always update as we go along, but let's see if we can get some flawless victories. Oh, thank you, Patrick Baker. Yeah, I will look it over. I'm still not sure what I'm going to play for CDH, but I will keep it in mind. Oh god. I don't know about, man, wins with a Boro Breeze Caller lines. That might be too much for my brain. What is, okay, so a Boro Breeze Caller, pay 2, bounce a land to your hand, untap a land. What is is there a straightforward way to go infinite with this? What am I looking to set up? Oh wait, Sonic cards are actually out, aren't they?
This is a question for the YT side of things. I have a link to an old video here, and at 6:25 you start going super in depth on your sideboard choices, and I love that. Is there any chance you could do a version of that in videos again? It was very helpful.
Ooh, the Mega Magic Carp. All right, question on the YouTube side of things. I have a link to an old video here, 6:25. You start going super in depth on your sideboard choice. I love it. Any chance you could do a version of that in videos again? It was super helpful. Let me see.
Like a good neighbor.
Well, we got the burgeoning. We got an ancient. We don't got a strip mine. We're gonna keep this. We're gonna keep this and trust that we find what we need. Opponent, shadowy Backstreet. Gonna mill a Thoughtseize. And Grief. All right, no Grief. Oh my goodness gracious, that's a strip mine. So, I mean, intriguing. So we can just strip mine their only land. We can also, this is probably better. We're going to trust that this is actually hilarious. We're going to make our opponent do it to themselves, I think. So I think what we do here is we just grab a forest. We play Burgeoning, whose art changes once it hits the stack, apparently. And now if our opponent plays a land, it's not our fault if we put a strip mine into play and blow up their land. Like, that's on them. If they play a fetch land and we get to put 2 lands into play, life is... Oh, it's only plays a land. Opponent going to Thoughtseize. Well, you know what you can't Thoughtseize? That is strip mine. You can take the Wrenn. That is legal. Opponent, come on. Land drop. Land drop, opponent. Oh! Opponent played around it. They played around it. Okay, well, you know what, opponent? We can still just play the strip mine. and then they tried to play. Either they're missing a land drop or they tried to play around it in the worst way possible, because what are we going to do? We're just going to... Oh. I love strip mine so much. Oh my god, I love strip mine so much. What a magic card. What a magic card. Oh, sometimes I wish I was born like 20 years earlier and I actually started playing Magic in the early 90s, and just like, oh man, those days had to be so great. I thought our opponent was skipping their land drop to try to play around the Burgeoning, but they might have just not had a land drop. And that's part of why I think that strip mine will definitely get restricted. Is my opinion on strip mine is this, that as a hate card, it's fine, although that's not really how people usually play it. But getting rid of degenerate non-basics is fine. So that part's fine. I think building around it in a deck like this is also fine. I think the problem that we run into with strip mine is it does occasionally just lead to non-games, right? Where our opponent happens to have 1 land, we have a couple of strip mines, you just don't get to play Magic today. And that kind of variance games, I think, will be the will be the reason that eventually they restrict it. But for the meantime, we are going to embrace it. I don't even know if we change anything. Yeah, let's run it back. There's a modern video coming out this week, actually. Modern coming up on Friday on the YouTube. So yes. Oh, all right. Well, okay. I mean, 2 strip mines. Sure. Sure. All right, opponent. Let's see what we're up to. Blood Crypt, untapped, and Thoughtseize. Hey, nailed it. All right. Sure. That's fine. That's fine, opponent. That's fine. Takes the death right. Yup. And, well, strip mine and blow up your Blood Crypt. Do they usually refund wildcards if they restrict cards, or is there no precedent? They do. I believe that they do. If they restrict a card in Timeless, I believe they will refund you. You need 6 creatures, a Boro, Cradle, Talon Gates, to make infinite mana draws your deck with Thrasios. Oh, I see. So you're trying to untap Cradle a bunch of times. That makes sense. Oh, I meant to look at this video, Mega Magikarp. Thank you. Thank you for the Cecil. Okay.
What's so exciting about the Dell AI factory with NVIDIA is that they are...
Huh. Well, I mean, I guess we just keep strip mining. Blow up your Blood Crypt. Strip mine number 2. Yo. Oh, I see. So Mega Magikarp, thank you so much for the donation. So you mean like during the deck tech of a video, go more in depth on sideboard? Yeah. So I know I've definitely sped. Jeez, that thing's already a 4/4. I've definitely sped it up, trying to make the videos a little shorter, but I can try to chill on that a little bit. Opponent. Oh, gonna grief. Okay, yeah. Well, there goes Unholy Heat, I imagine. Oh, they have the Ephemerate too? They do not. Oh, they have Reanimate? No. Well, okay. We need one more card type. We need one more card type to turn on Unholy Heat. We can get the Surveil Land. Opponent combat gets in, gonna gain 4. We drop to 14. Well, all right, crack this. Yeah, I can try to focus on expanding that out a little bit in the deck decks. Well, okay, mill the Lightning Bolt. There's the card type that we needed for the Unholy Heat. Ooh, and another Karn. All right. Stomping Grounds tapped. Pass the turn. I'm a little worried about Ephemerate. I guess if they Ephemerate, though, this comes back on the front side at least. Let's see what they get here. If they get a Surveil Land, yeah, all right, let's just do it. If you got Ephemerate, you got Ephemerate. But then at least we're not taking 4. All right, Cecil down. Tanked my Mythic rank trying out Timeless, so I wanted to try out some weird ideas in Standard. Orzhov Bargain Life Gain has been surprisingly good. Ooh. Beseech for Elegy Acolyte really strong. I've seen a lot of Elegy Acolytes, and that card's kind of impressed me. It actually does look pretty good. Yeah, Surveil Lands are so good at turning. Oh, no. Oh, I want to strip mine. Give us a Wrenn. Give us a Wrenn to get our strip mine. Ew. All right. Well, tap land go. Oh, I want to lock. We've gotten Thoughtseize multiple times, which really makes me want to strip mine lock. Old loose loan over there. Whoa! Oh, yeah. That might do it. I still explore. That's a draw. That's what we've been waiting for. Opponent. Do we have some strip mines for you? Yeah. We will strip mine your Godless Shrine. All right. That's fine. That's fine. Opponent's back down to 1 land. We still have not seen Wrenn. We still have not seen Wrenn. Opponent, 1 land. Untaps. What do they find? It's a surveil land. We're a Wrenn away from just locking this game. Opponent. Ooh, lane line's good to know about that. All right, well, Elvish Reclaimer can get another strip mine next turn if it's alive. Play the Ancient 2, pass the turn. Opponent untaps. And, oh man, there is nothing I oh, and a Dryad. There is nothing I like more than this. Oh man, do I love playing decks like this. Yeah, let's just play the Dryad. So Elvish Reclaimer gets a land, but it's tapped. So we don't get to actually strip mine until next turn. Let's pass. We're going to hold on to the Windswept Heath. Pass the turn. No attack. Strip mine's coming. Oh yeah, I will export the deck after this game. Remind me after this game and I'll get it done. Let's see. Let me see if Untapped is working. It says it's working. I mean, it should be working. Found it. Arena Glory. Okay, so that could mean Flage in the future. Well, let's sack the forest. Strip mine number 3. Come on, Wrenn. Come on, Wrenn. Come on, Wrenn. Another Ice Tilt would also be great. Opponent. Going to Solitude. Sure. Pitching a Flage. Yes. Gets rid of the Reclaimer. Fine. Opponent's trying so hard not... Oh, no, opponent. Oh, opponent. I have bad news. Well... Let's strip mine Arena Glory. Let's play a card. And I think we just get Liquid Metal Coating, and that should seal it up, right? Play the land, play the coating. And I think our opponent's done playing Magic. They fought the good fight. They fought the good fight, but I think they might be done. Headshot. Down to 8. Pass the turn. I guess if they have exactly Bowman. Ah! Okay. All right. All right, the game continues. They do have exactly Bowmasters. Man, maybe attacking with a Dryad was too greedy. Man, was that too greedy to attack with a Dryad? Chicken, steak, or pork burrito? Oh, no question. Chicken. 100% chicken. Also, chat. I brought this up in a video yesterday, and then it came up on social media. I don't really understand carrot cake. How do you feel about carrot cake? I don't think we've talked about this yet. So, my thinking is that, like, carrots are the opposite of cake, right? Like, if you're eating cake, nah, goated, I love it. I mean, I will give it credit for the very thick cream cheese frosting is actually kind of delicious. But if you're gonna eat cake, why put carrots in it? Is it not? If you're gonna indulge and eat cake, do you really got to put some veggies in there? Isn't that like the equivalent of going through the McDonald's drive-through and then getting, you know, like a #1 supersized with an apple pie and then getting a Diet Coke? Is that not carrot cake? The cake version of that, essentially? I mean, if you got allergies, that's fine. If it's an allergy thing and that's the cake that you need to eat, but what happened to vanilla? I guess that's also a bean too, isn't it? Come to think of it, technically that's a bean. Found it. It says, Would bolting the creature have saved Dryad? Wait, how would it have saved Dryad? Opponent. All right. Well, let's thin the deck. Stomping Grounds tapped. Untap. Besiege you. Well, pass the turn. I mean, our opponent's still kind of in this because we have just... I mean, attacking with the Dryad was too... We should have stayed on defense to play around exactly Bowmasters, I guess. I guess that was the greedy part. Well, there's a Lightning Ball. Pass the turn. We need like one dang Ice Till Explorer, and we just fully put an end to this game. Opponent finds a Marsh Flats, gets in, hits us. Down to 12. We untap. It's a forest. Play the forest. Pass the turn. A Karn in Ice Till. Imagine if you had bolted the opponent's face instead of the Bowmaster. Yeah, it would have worked out with the second bolt. Ragavan. Although we are going to send another bolt at a creature because we are not getting hit by this Ragavan. We're not trying to kill our opponent anyway. We're trying to blow up all their lands. Winning is secondary. Ice Till. We could be playing the Endstone, actually. Opponent untaps. Combat. I feel like we're about to draw Chrome Mox, and that makes me sad. Arena Glory. Yeah. We are running so badly. Verdant Catacombs. Maybe we need to splash blue for Brainstorm. Uh-oh. Ah! Nirav, there's the Ice Till, but now it doesn't matter. Wow. Yeah, we're done. Oh, and like, no, we drew nothing. Okay. Oh, this person's they're gonna get it. Wait, what are we getting punted at? You could have transformed Nirav. Oh, with Besiege. Yeah, I guess you're actually... Yeah, okay. I will accept a punt. That was actually straight up a punt. You were correct. You're actually correct. I will take the punt for that. That actually would have been the correct line. You are right. I have in my head liquid metal coatings just for blowing up lands, but we actually were in a case where it could have, should have done something else. Hey, I mean, we're gonna try this. We don't got a strip mine, but we got a couple of reclaimers that can hopefully get the strip mine. We got the Ice Till, we got the Karn. I know, Carrot Cake. I blame the Carrot Cake. If it wasn't for the Carrot Cake, we would have won that game. Elvish Reclaimer, go. Also could have saved Dryad. What is the save Dryad thing you're talking about? Opponent. Marsh Flats cracks it. We have not even drawn a Wrenn. This is our first game, and we haven't drawn a Wrenn. Found it. I'm gonna Swords the Reclaimer. Well, Elvish Reclaimer. Verdant Catacombs, go. Thraben Charm deals 4 damage if they have 2 creatures. Opponent. Cracks and Marsh Flats. Oh, I didn't even see them cast Thraben Charm. I think that was definitely when we were talking about Carrot Cake. Hey, Zeth, I got an idea for your next against odds. Encroaching Mycosynth plus Stilt Skin. Moogle Merchant to make your own Mycosynth Lattice for the Karn Lock. So the problem with that, Katika, is it doesn't influence lands. Encroaching Mycosynth is a card that really disappoints me because it could be such a cool card for stuff like that, but the fact that it only hits non-land permanents, oh yeah, we're gonna mill it. We need. That's not a land. Okay, awkward. We will pass the turn. So I guess we have to sack a land to get a We have to sack a land. Oh, you know what? We should have Ensnaring Bridge in the sideboard. Found it. Getting in with the Cecil. No blocks. Yeah, we're taking it. Down to 18. Cecil's gonna flip. That's a problem. Raging Goblin in Kakita Rinsi handing out a gift sub to Carlton Banks. Welcome you both to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Elvish Reclaimer. Gotta get an Ancient Tomb because we were so desperate for mana. God, this is going so poorly. What do we even do? Hey, what's up, Labrador? How are you? Fixin'. Yeah, I think we're dead this time. We're just not finding lands. What else came out in Arena Day? Let me see if I can find the list. There's a lot of cards that aren't especially interesting, but then there's a handful that are interesting. So they released 2. Let's finish this game. This game's going to be over quick anyway. I do think we want Ensnaring Bridge. Actually, wait. Is Ensnaring Bridge even on Arena? I want Ensnaring. I want Ensnaring Bridge, but I don't actually think it's on Arena, is it? It's not. Why haven't they added? They had all the other prison pieces. Why no? We need Trinisphere and Ensnaring Bridge. Bonnet Bowmasters. Down to 17. Opponent untaps. So we can sack a land to grow this. Opponent combat. Attacks with everything. Well, I mean, we will block. Not that it does anything. Down to 12. Opponent plays a land. Oh, we have to go to 10 too. Oh, yeah. I guess we just have to... Man. Oh, this is so bad. This is so bad in every way. So if we sack the green source, get an Ancient Tomb, we can play Karn, but then we die. We sack the Ancient Tomb, get a fetch land, but then we can't play... We just need to get lucky. I guess we should have just played a Dryad or something. Ah! Magic gods. Magic gods. Magic gods. Yikes. That was some brutal running. So the rest of the cards that came to Arena, they put 2 anthologies onto Arena. The first one is a bunch of basically swords and mana rocks for Brawl. So, I mean, stuff that's nice for Brawl decks. Going to help non-green decks that don't have access to a lot of ramp. The interesting one is number 2, which has some nice utility cards. Like, damn, I could see seeing play as removal plus Wrath. Oust isn't that bad. Death is like kind of 2 mana Reanimate, which not as good as 1 mana Reanimate, but still, for like Historic or whatever, it might be good there. The most interesting ones to me, Wrenn and 6 that we're playing right now, to go with Strip Mine. Grist, I think, is actually just a pretty powerful card that can do some cool things. I'm also intrigued by the Goyfs, the Barogoyf and the Pyrogoyf. We already got Tarmogoyf. This hasn't been an archetype. It's so sad that, like, these Goyf cards were printed in a commander pre-gun somehow, which means they were never legal in a format like Modern, and they just aren't really generally good enough for Legacy. Like, some of them has shown up as standalone cards, but we haven't really seen like a Goyf tribal deck. So I actually am kind of excited to try to build a Goyf tribal deck in Historic or Timeless, which maybe will be the right power level to actually have those cards get a chance to shine. Also, Rafellos is just insane. Like, I'm not sure why they added Rafellos just for Brawl reasons. This is a commander that's literally banned in Commander, and they didn't even like unbracket it or anything. It is still straight up banned in Commander, because just tapping to make a mana for each force you control is an obscene ability. So kind of a risky choice, but maybe it'll be fun in Brawl. I guess Brawl has so many like busted ridiculous things going on that it's probably fine. Like, you got all the alchemy commanders, you got Vivi, you got all that stuff going on. So maybe it just doesn't matter if it's just another busted commander. And then of course Mox Opal is kind of busted as well. I mean, Brawl is a pretty popular format. I'm always surprised at how good it is. Are there lands that are like flagstones that you sacrifice to Elvish Reclaimer for value in this format? Not really. Is there an actual Goyf deck in Legacy that I haven't seen? I know I've seen like Barrow Goyf in a graveyard deck, or like Pyro Goyf in, I want to say like Mono Red Prison or something, but I'm curious. I think there's like a desert that you can sacrifice. All right, this hand we will keep. Well, we'll play a land. We will crack the land. Hello, opponent. You might not be saying hello in a minute once you see our hand. We will just take a Stomping Grounds. Play a Deathrite Shaman. And pass the turn. All right, opponent. We have a Strip Mine in hand. Where's all of our Wrenn? Do we actually have Wrenn in this deck? Opponent, Chrome Box. Boo. Boo. That gets around land destruction. Exiles. A Lavinia. And Swords the Deathrite. All right, Swords the Deathrite. Sure. Well, we will play an Ancient Tomb. Play it of the Dryad of the Ilson Grove. Karn's actually kind of nice against all the Moxen. Play the Strip Mine, and yeah, I mean, well, you know what? I think we play Deathrite here. I think we play Deathrite. We could leave up the Strip Mine, but they can just wait and crack their fetch and use the mana right away anyway, so we can't really use the fetch to keep them off mana. Playing the Deathrite does mean they can end step and get a Breeding Pool. All right, Breeding Pool and Brainstorm, but we can Strip Mine next turn if we need to. Oh yeah. Ooh, yeah, too good. Try to remind me when we're in the middle. Yeah, we got to do it in the middle of the games, because Arena, I don't know why, but you can't go to the deck builder when you're in a game on Arena. On Moto, you can. I'm not sure why they didn't make that an option, but yeah. I'll try to remember after this game. Found it. Yeah, Lavinia's interesting. It's good hate against like show and tell type stuff. I'm actually not sure we have... What is this? Enter a tap to begin your second main phase. If this creature is tapped, return to one land card from your game. Sounds like cheating to me. Well, we will play a land. I kind of want to play this Karn. Exile Flooded Strand. Make a mana. Play a Karn. Take up Karn. Get rid of the Chrome Box. Wow, opponent cracking the Flooded Strand. Gonna get a Hallowed Fountain. And Stifles. Okay, well, in that case, we will Strip Mine your Hallowed Fountain. Strip Mine your Breeding Pool. And pass the turn. Probably to chump block with the Dryad. We will see. We have our opponent at 1 mana. We want to keep the Karn around because it's shutting down the Chrome Box. Plus, it can get Crucible from the sideboard. Opponent getting in at the Karn. Well, Dryad's got a block. Wait, this just keep... Man, I friggin' hate Alchemy. My God. Losing to cards that don't exist is the worst feeling. Oh, man, I hate it. Well, all right, they probably have a counter. They're going to have Mana Drain in hand. So we're going to try to play this Ice Tail, and they're going to Mana Drain, and then they're going to win because of this Alchemy card that isn't a real card. So we will exile Flooded Strad. We're just gonna play it. Play the Ice Till. It's gonna get mana drain. Yep. And then I guess we take. Oh, man, I think we just. I think we just scoop. Well, I guess we'll take a One Ring. Could it be a real card? It could be. It's not. But it could be. The beginning of your second main phase, if this creature is tapped, return to one target non-land card from your graveyard to the battlefield. This creature gets +1/+1 perpetually. It actually is very much like a real card. It's just worded in a way that, it's worded in a way to make it an arena-only card, but it could be a real card. Man, all of this work went for literally nothing. Well, we will... exile Wooded Foothills. Yeah, I'm not sure how we realistically get back into this. Opponent can exile in response. Yup. Sure. Well, Stomping Grounds. And One Ring. Fortunately, we're down to 8. And this just, you know, we're going to need to bring in Graveyard Hate, I guess. All right, opponent stifles the One Ring trigger. Hey, what's up, Jaguar? How are you? Huh. So, what do we do about this random Alchemy card? Oh, by real, I mean it just doesn't exist. Like, this is a arena-only card that doesn't exist in actual in paper Magic. That's what I mean by real. So not the flavor or anything like that, but it actually does not exist. And the effect does not exist in paper Magic. That's what I meant by real. Huh. I mean, I guess we just hope we do it faster. He said, long time no watch. When you have a second, could you check out my mono green counters deck for standard? It can do powerful stuff, but feels inconsistent. Ooh, I actually build a deck very, very similar. Very, very similar to this. Because I'm very intrigued by, like, Terra Symbiosis, can draw so many cards. Loading Zone, Goldvein Hydra, Aboroid can be really powerful. And my experience was almost exactly what you said, where when the deck pops off, it feels really great. And like Terra Symbiosis is drawing 7 cards and it's just like, it gets at Aboroid, makes your entire deck huge. It feels so good. But then if you like don't have the draw come together and you like draw Terra Symbiosis later in the game and you don't have anything going on and your opponent has a bunch of removal, then it goes absolutely horribly. So that's been my same experience, is like, the archetype's very powerful, but it's also very inconsistent. This is an interesting draw. All right, I mean, huh. So, how do we do this? We can't quite turn one Ice Till. So we Chrome Mox, exile and Holy Heat. That doesn't work. Do we just pass and turn 2 Ice Till and trust that that's good enough? The other option is we exile the Ice Till to the Zeusa, or exile the Ice Till to the Chrome Mox. Turn 1 Azusa. Play all of our lands, and essentially pass with a ton of mana, but nothing going on. I guess we get a Surveil out of it. I wonder if that's worth it. I really want the Ice Till, though. You know what? Let's do the explosive thing. Let's do the explosive thing. Chromax, we came here to do explosive things. Let's see. I mean, this is a big turn 1. This is a big turn 1. It just leaves us without really... Like, we dump our hand. We have a ton of mana. I think we're actually going to crack these now because of stifles. So, grab a mountain. Wooded foothills. Crack it. Grab the surveil land. Okay. Well, out of all the cards we could have on the top of our deck, Karn is one of the better ones. Opponent, Deathrite Shaman. And passing. Well, okay. We will play the Karn. Take down the Karn.
Is our advantage.
Snag the One Ring. And Unholy Heat the Deathrite. Okay. Okay, we're off to a pretty... You know what? We're going to stay on defense. We learned our lesson. They might dash a Ragavan or something. Oh, if we can find a strip mine... Oh, an opponent. Scoops it up, and no strip mining, but that was a pretty powerful turn. Only one surveil lad. Maybe there's an argument for 2. Maybe there's an argument for 2. I don't think you want to go much above that. I think 1 or 2 is kind of the right number in general. I've been working on Dice Factory with new Tezzeret and got 1-5 on a league so far. Ooh, I do love Dice Factory. Such a cool archetype. Tezzeret does seem sweet for Dice Factory. Kozilek's Command, so good. It's kind of impressive how big of an impact Kozilek's Command has had on colorless decks. Yeah, deck looks sweet. I might have to do some Dice Factorying again. You could also play Lumra for your CDH video. It's pretty much salve deck that got a lot from EOE. It's a complex deck, but it's a great primer. Oh, we finally have a Wrenn. We have not had a Wrenn this is our first Wrenn we've seen. Opponent, Breeding Pool, Chrome Mox. All right, opponent's turn to have the fast start, apparently. Breeding Pool, Chrome Mox, Exile an Oko, and pass. So this means they're sitting on mana drain. What does that mean for us? You know what? We're just gonna Wooded Foothills pass. Opponent passes. Well, let's strip mine and pass. And upkeep. Blow up your breeding pool. Worried about the stifles, because we know they got stifles. There's the stifle. Well, alright. How many stifles can they realistically have? Hopefully not 2. Okay. Whew, only 1. Well, commercial district. Do a little surveilling. Do we want a Chrome Mox? Probably not. What we want to do is probably... Well, let's see if they find a land. If they don't have a land that we can't get mana drained... And then we can... Chrome Mox, Wrenn, Strip Mine. Oh, okay. So, Chrome Mox. Opponent has a Spell Pierce, okay. Well, alright. We're going to have to do it the slow way. Play the land, play the Wrenn. Take off the Wrenn. Get back the Strip Mine. Alright, opponent. You better start drawing lands because the Strip Mines are going to be coming. Oh, no. They're going to play that thing. They're going to play the Alchemy card. We got a Lightning Bolt, though. Opponent looking at the Wrenn. Prismatic. Ooh, okay. Prismatic Ending. Sure. We also have Ice Still, though. We still have the Ice Still. Opponent pass. We have double Ice Still. Ice Still Explorer. We'll get that down. Land number 2, Strip Mine. Mill a Wrenn. Well, Strip Mine. Blow up your white mana. Okay. Pass the turn. Opponent. Do you have your Alchemy Dude? If they don't have the Alchemy Dude, opponent scoops it up and That was some good strip mining. Oh, that was pretty good. Here's something I've been having some good luck with some CDH pods. Ooh, Grolnok. Interesting. Interesting. All right, let me actually get this deck list because I keep forgetting. Okay, that was better. That was better. I feel like this deck's actually, like, strip mine I think is actually pretty legit. I think it actually is a pretty real strategy. All right, deck list almost updated. So chat, I was realizing. Yeah, it is hilarious that we got strip mine before Wasteland. Wasteland and strip mine would be so brutal. A reminder, by the way, that our sponsor today is Card Kingdom. If you need some magic cards, you can get them over at cardkingdom.com/mtggoldfish. Yeah, I've seen some Terra deck lists. While I was researching the CDH meta, I saw some Terra deck lists that looks pretty interesting. I have a question for you, chat. I've been trying to figure this out. Little brief aside, and then we'll get back to blowing up lands. I've been trying to figure this out. Let me see if I can find this post again. We talked about it on the podcast a little bit. And I'm hoping that one of you will have some information about this. So, this started with a post on Reddit. There's two kind of related things. It started with a Reddit post I saw. So I started doing some research on it. And basically, there is really like two vendors on TCG Player that are selling a huge percentage of the Avatar and Spider-Man collector boxes. You can see these were all the listings that there were for Spider-Man, and 85 boxes with this one vendor, 11444412. Like, they have 80% of the boxes for sale. With Avatar, it's kind of similar. 308 boxes. Everyone else is 2, 3, 4. There's one other vendor that had like 60 or something. But what do you think is going on? Like, is this why box prices are so high? Like, I'm trying to figure out why. Why are collector booster prices so ridiculously high? Because I know Final Fantasy, obviously boxes they were $1,200, $1,300. They were super expensive. But I was thinking, okay, this is probably just like a weird fluke with Final Fantasy. Like, Final Fantasy was way more popular than Wizards thought. They didn't print enough. And it was like this perfect storm that created $1,200 collector booster boxes. But now that I've seen Avatar and Spider-Man, I'm starting to worry that $900 to $1,000 is just the price of collector booster boxes, which seems like a really, really bad thing. Like, I know that collector booster boxes don't matter to the extent that play booster boxes do, but I also don't think having a MSRP like $400 product being $1,000 all the time is actually very healthy. It paints the perception that Magic is way too expensive. Is this just a matter of like Pokemon scalpers getting into Magic? So I guess the biggest question with this is the anthologies are in the store. They are, if you go to the store, we got ours in the store. You might have to restart your client to get the update. I had to restart the client to get the update, but they are just on the front page of the store if you scroll over. Is this just the new normal though? Like, should I just expect that collector boosters are $1,000 now? Is that sustainable? I would like to think that Wizards will figure out a way to print more, right? Like, how does that one guy have so much already LGS store get their supply short during pre-orders? I mean, I imagine that they're selling naked, right? It's got to be that they don't actually physically have 300 collector booster boxes in their office. They got to be selling without having them, trusting that they're going to get them or can buy them from other places to fill the orders. From what my LGS said, is that Wizards only sees collector boosters to be used as prized and open at launch, so there's only going to be small amounts of them. I mean, that makes sense to some extent with how they do serialized cards and stuff, but LGSs don't even have their pre-orders yet. That's not right, Seth. No, but I mean, like, the people could just be selling naked though, right? Like, they don't have to physically have the boxes to sell the boxes. They can just list 300 boxes for sale and then know that by the time they actually have to ship them in like 2 months or 4 months or whatever it is when the set releases, they can just buy them from somewhere, or they'll get their allotment and then sell them like that. I get the satisfaction cracking packs watching the unboxing channel, aside from you randomly pronouncing some names terribly wrong. My apologies for that, Chomp Chomp. I'm actually kind of worried about it. Here's what I'm really worried about. You want to know what I'm really worried about? Here's what I would like to happen is this. In my head, my idealistic world, Wizards is like, hey, that's kind of messed up. We were expecting these to sell for like $400, not $1,000. We're going to print more of them to even out this supply, to make sure there's enough that they actually sell for MSRP or even less than MSRP like they used to. That's what I would like to see happen, right? Wizards is like, we can fix this. We don't want to see Pokemon scalpers be making all the money. We're gonna get the prices down on these. What I'm really scared of, though, is the opposite happening, which is I could see Wizards being like, because we've seen this happen in the past, I could see Wizards being like, we sell these boxes for $300 to through distributors. So we sell them for $300. People are selling them for $1,000 in the secondary market. That's $700. That's $700 that should be going into our pockets. We need to jack up the price on these. We need to be selling these to our distributors for $500 or $600, because there's no way we can let the secondary market be making all that money. We should be making all that money. And I feel like we've seen that with like Secret Lairs. We've seen it with Secret Lairs. Look at all these LGSs making money selling singles. We need to get a cut of that. So we're going to start selling singles as Secret Lair drops. Look at all these LGSs making money off booster boxes. We should be making that money instead of just getting a cut of that money. So we're going to sell them directly through Amazon. Look at these Ultras making money by making fancy looking magic cards that don't even look like real magic cards. We should get some of that money. Let's start making Secret Lairs that look like altars. So there is kind of a track record of Wizards doing that. So I'm afraid that this could just lead to them actually jacking up prices even more and leading to like some sort of price death spiral, if that makes sense. Mir said they have a hard time print up to demand. That could be the causes. I think that's part of it. Although I actually think that's partly Wizards' fault, because we have the gamble hand. I feel like Wizards, couldn't they do the printing in-house? Like, I feel like they could do the printing in-house. Wild McConnell, eh? So we can turn one Wrenn. So we play the Forest, Chromox, Exile, or play Wooded Foothills. I'll play the Wooded Foothills. Play the Chromox. Exile Deathrite. Crack the Wooded Foothills. Get a mountain. Play the Wrenn. Take up the Wrenn. Get back to Wooded Foothills. And then next turn we can gamble for the Strip Mine. If we discard it, Wrenn gets it back. A little worried about the aggro-ness of this. Like, even if we blow up, I guess if we blow up the lands, it does shrink the Nacatl. But if our opponent just adds like another body to the battlefield, aggro might be tricky, because they don't really care about having their lands that much. I have a plethora of tournament deck lists. If I could email you if it would help make your choice easier. Yeah, that would be awesome, Patrick Baker. If you have some ideas that you think would be good for a CDH Commander Clash, yeah, just email to me, Seth at or saffronolive@mtggoldfish.com. Either one works. Found it. Untap land. Oh, this is the worst case scenario. Unless they whiff, then it's fine. Oh, all right, Ragavan. I imagine they're gonna really double face. Okay. Oh, all right. They're gonna kill the Wrenn. Boo. Well, that makes life worse. Well, that's interesting. Is Strip Mine even good here? So I think what we have to do is, I think we have to play Wrenn. Play Wrenn. Kill the Ragavan. Play the Wooded Foils, crack the Wooded Foils, get a Forest, get down the Reclaimer. And Pestered. Wait, how do I use the Signets in Historic Brawl? They're just basically ramp, if that's what you mean. Like, literally, how do you use them? But the easiest way is just play them as ramp spells. Oh, are they bugged? Are they actually literally not working? That's awkward. Anthologies was removed from the store because of a bug. I mean, when we bought the anthologies, it was definitely bugged for us. It only gave us 5 cards, and then it gave us a bunch of gems, and then we didn't have any Wrenns, and then we had to Really, opponent? Really? Tribal Flames and a tap land. Well, let's play the land. Let's play the card. Let's take it down.
I will guide Dominaria's fate.
I think we just take the ring. Pass the turn. Yeah, Alchemy is not especially popular on Arena. It does have it has its like dedicated fan base of some people that really like it, but in general, it is not the most popular format. Opponent, Overgrown Tomb, hits Karn down to 1. Unholy Hate's actually a pretty good draw. Well, let's play the One Ring. And get protection, draw a card. Play the land, take up Karn. And
Do this. We must.
best turn, see what happens. Bound it. If they attack too greedily, we might be able to Unholy Heat something. If they just like send the Nikatl at the Karn or something, bound it. Windswept Heat, cracks it. I love Alchemy. Standard is too powerful. Wait, is Alchemy actually less powerful? Yeah, but if we animate it, then we can't draw with it because it'll be summoning sick. All right, so opponent's gonna get rid of the ring. Sure. I mean, we could find a Beseiju eventually to deal with that. Opponent grabs Jagatha, goes to combat. Getting in at the Karn. All right, we can't actually stop that.
Our coalition has seen.
So Karn down. Well, let's grab the Surveil land. We have not done a good job finding Strip Mine this game. Dryad of Ilson Grove. Doesn't seem super good at the moment. Let's mill the Dryad. Untap. Oh, all right. Well, we got to do some gambling. Let's... Oh, do we cast this first? So Unholy Heat... No, we can't. All right, we're gonna risk it. We're gonna risk it. Gamble. I think we're going for Ice Till. So gamble for Ice Till. Please don't discard it. Friggin' gamble every time. Every time with that card. I swear. All right. Well, now we can reanimate it. That is classic gamble. classic gamble. Well, kill the brawler. Yeah, I think we're in a bad spot now. We really needed that ice still. Found it. Top deck's Ragavan. Gets and hits us. As explosive as Chromox is on turn 1, well, that's a land that we didn't want. It's kind of clunky here. Come on, deck. Azusa. Well, that can block a Ragavan. Just barely. I think we're actually pretty out of this one. I think with Strip Mine, you really got to start doing stuff early. Like, at this point, we're just too far behind on board for Strip Mine to really matter. And we're definitely built around Strip Mine. We don't have a great plan for winning otherwise. Man, that gamble was so brutal. The most fun cards in Arena Cube are alchemy cards. All right, good enough. Good enough. Found it. Very good top dagger. Feel like the deck should run Fable. It could. Timeless is, in general, a pretty degenerate format. It's generally very, very, like, fast and combo-y. I like Fable. I do wonder, I think Fable's an incredibly strong card. I do wonder if it would have been good in a matchup like that. But against, like, Show and Tell and a lot of the degenerate decks, I wonder if it's fast enough. It's really, but if you run into a fair deck like that, that's about, like, attacking and blocking and so forth, then I think Fable's actually very good. What's up, Badger? Doesn't Big Red in Legacy? It does, actually. I think that Timeless is actually way more of a degenerate format than Legacy, as crazy as that sounds. Because Legacy has the safety valve cards, right? Like, it's got the Force of Wills and so forth that help, oh boy, the all colorless hand, but with a Strip Mine. Interesting. What to do with this hand? Like, if we draw a colored land, it can be incredibly good. You know what? We're gonna risk it. We're gonna risk it. We have 2 removal spells. We got the Wrenn. We have literally everything we need, except mana that is colored. Found it. Plays the fetch and passes. We're gonna draw a fetch. Ha ha, he said. Yes. Let's crack this burn catacombs. Never punish. Grab a stomping grounds. Get down. How much do we care about Dash Ragavan? Yeah, whatever. Get down the death right. I think this is fine. I guess we kind of still would like another source of colored mana or this Deathrite to live. The Deathrite living does it by itself. Because then we can get down Ice Steel or Wrenn, and then we are off to the races. Timeless always feels like MTD Russian roulette. We just each spinning the cylinder and see who gets popped first. That's a pretty good description of Timeless. I think it actually, I was thinking about it this morning, and I think it might just be the most, like, combo-y degenerate format in all of Magic. I'm not sure anything else matches up to it. Like, the turn 1, like, Dark Ritual, Necros, Show and Tells, like, things sort of like that exist in other formats, but then Timeless, like, it gets Necro that's banned in other formats. It doesn't have Force of Will, which is, like, what keeps those decks down in other formats. So it's actually, like, a very interesting mix. Found it, land number 2. And what are we doing, opponent? What are we doing? Hopefully not killing Deathrite. We kind of want Deathrite to live. Okay, Ragavan. No dashing. And Deathrite Shaman. Okay. So. Interesting. So how do we do this? Do we strip mine is the question. I don't think we do. I think we just wait. We're just going to wait. So we're going to untap. We're going to play an Ancient Tomb. We're going to exile the fetch. Make green. Play Ice Till Explorer. And I think we still actually... Oh, we milled a land. We didn't really want to mill a land. Okay, let's do it this way. Let's crack the Catacombs. I think we kill the Deathrite. Get a Stomping Grounds untapped. Lightning Bolt the Deathrite. And Strip Mine the Sacred Foundry. All right, not bad. Not a bad turn. Not a bad turn. And now we're kind of where we want to be. We got the Strip Mines. We got the Ice Till. Opponent, Steam Vents untapped. Break out. Gonna spin it to win it. Spin it to win it. Finds in the Shober Brawler. Sure. And can't get through the Ice Till because it's got a big butt. And opponent scoops it up. Omnath could be good in this deck. I don't know if it's really necessary in the deck, but it is a powerful card. I think so. Really, this deck is very focused on the Strip Mine plan. Almost every card is in some way like Campbell finds Strip Mine, Burgeoning gives us more Strip Mines, Reclaimer finds Strip Mine, Wrenn gets back Strip Mine, Dryad's more Strip Mines, Azusa's more Strip. Every card is focused on the Strip Mine plan. But I think you could also, like, you don't have to build Strip Mine decks like that, right? Like, you don't have to be all in. I've seen people in Timeless just playing like blue-white control with 4 Strip Mines, because Strip Mine's kind of a really busted card, and sometimes you get free wins off of it. So we could definitely build, like, many versions of a Strip Mine deck. I'm also interested in building Mono Red Prison with Strip Mine. Although it's a little bit awkward that if you go Mono Red Prison, your Blood Moons turn off your Strip Mines, but yeah, going... Oh. This is turn 2 Dryad? Or turn 2 Azusa into Ice. Well, maybe Ice Till. Turn 2 Dryad into Ice Till. No Strip Mine. Is this fast enough? Yeah. I mean, Ice Till is kind of an engine into itself because of the milling. So if we get down to Ice Till, that fine Strip Mine, but I think we're going to spin it. Well, I mean, this is more explosive for sure. Well, Burgeoning, well, yeah, we almost need that for a... Maybe we put one of the Chrome boxes to the bottom. On the mulligan, I don't think we can afford to exile that many cards. Paladin Marshblades. I'm honestly not sure if I like this better than our first hand or not. It's kind of close. I'm not sure that it's actually better. Opponent, Deathrite Shaman. And passes. Well, let's Chrome Box. Exile the Burgeoning. The Verdant Catacombs. I think we do have to kill the Deathrite, sadly. Untapped. Bolt was a good draw. Being able to bolt the Deathrite is kind of huge. Is turn 1 Strip Mine the play? It really depends on the deck and the matchup and the situation. I think if it's like your opponent goes first and they just play a land and you can just untap and Strip Mine on an empty board, I think you do that most of the time. If your opponent like leads on a fetch land and you have to wait for them to crack it to do something, then that's kind of a bit of a different story. Ooh, well, that's a good draw. Wrenn. Okay, we're kind of running a little bit hot. Get back the Verdant Catacombs. Play the Catacombs. Crack the Catacombs. Wrenn is pretty strong. Get a forest. Get down the death right. And Karn is waiting in the wings past the turn. So what I understand about these anthologies, I think we got lucky. So apparently there was a bug with the anthologies, so they took them back off of sale, is what Chad has told me. I haven't seen an announcement by Wizards of that, but I'm assuming that's what happened. We were like just waiting. We were just waiting for it to release. So I think we managed to just snipe it during the few minutes that it was actually on sale. Well, I mean, let's play him out and play Karn. Dig it down. I think we just get the ring. Actually, do it. Yeah, we get the ring first. Let's get the ring. Next turn we can potentially get liquid metal coating. We're not gonna attack. We're gonna stay on defense. Pass the turn. Arena always has trouble with releases. I swear, every time there's a release, something goes wrong. I wonder, with the anthologies cards, I'd have to look. I wonder if you can get them with wild cards still. Like, I wonder if you can just craft Wrenn in 6. It is so, it's so funny because whenever I complain about Arena, like, I think there's a lot of things to complain about with Arena, whatever, they make so much money and so forth. But then I saw numbers once of like how much money Arena makes versus paper, and it was like a bar chart, and like paper is like way up here and Arena's like way down here. And as soon as I saw that, I was like, a lot of things make way more sense. Like, a lot of things make way more sense in that context. And I think it's just that Arena doesn't make that much money, and so they just don't care all that much. Ooh, and holy heat. Well, let's start with a ring. Let's draw with the ring. Let's tick down Karn.
We can do this. We must.
Do we just get Tormod's Crypt? Tormod's Crypt is an absurd thing to get, but if we Tormod's Crypt and sack it, it turns on Unholy Heat, which actually seems really good. I don't really want to eat their graveyard because it makes our Deathrite worse. I think it's worth it. Well, that's Tormod's Crypt. Let's play Tormod's Crypt. Opponent's going to Leyline Binding. Hit the ring. Okay. And then we will exile a land. Make red. Sack the Tormod's Crypt. And get rid of that Kavu. Well, I mean, that was kind of a roundabout way to do it, but we're waiting for Wrenn to blow up lands with Strip Mine, of course. What's saucy in the anthologies? Let's look at them again in a minute. I'm curious what else people are interested in. For me, the big three are, well, there goes our Wrenns. The big three are, oh, that's real bad. Oh, that might make us lose this game bad. Wow. I thought we had such a cool, cute line to get that Tormod's Crypt too, but our opponent had the Surgical. And now the Kavu gets to pop off, and I think we're in a pretty bad spot now all of a sudden. Opponent gonna break out. Finds a Deathrite with haste. That was not good. That Surgical was a blowout. Opponent getting in. Attacking, looting. But the big ones I think are Tarmogoyf stuff, Mox Opal, and in Wrenn. Those are probably the strongest, but there's some other interesting stuff too. Opponent passes, we draw a Strip Mine. But there's this Deathrite, which is bad for us. Now play the Strip Mine. Play the Reclaimer. And I guess we got to pass. Our opponent having a Deathrite's awkward, because that lets them empty lands out of the graveyard. So if we Strip Mine, they get to just exile it. We need to get rid of this Kavu somehow, but I'm not sure how we get rid of the Kavu. Yeah, we'll look at the full list. We'll look at the full list in a minute. Opponent gets in with the Kavu. Is there any way we can make this work? Discards in the Coddle. Yeah, I mean, I guess we just take 5 for now. Ooh, that Surgical was so good. That was a brutal Surgical. There's a Brawler. Yeah, that's a lot of power on the battlefield. You would like to think that Strip Mine would be good against this, but I'm not sure that it actually is that good against it. Well, that's Elvish Reclaimer. Sack a Mountain. We're probably just going to get a Surveil land, I think. Get the Surveil land. Mill and Ancient Tomb for sure. Deathrite. Eat the Nakatl, gain a bit of life. And untap. Oh, that is perhaps the worst time to draw a Chrome Mox. Maybe, is there any world where Chrome Mox is just not worth it in this deck? About it. Untaps. So if we Strip Mine, the Deathrite eats the land to shrink the Reclaimers. I guess we can Strip Mine and activate Reclaimer. Oh, about it. Draws a Lightning Bolt. Okay. That makes things worse. Opponent gonna go to combat. Opponent attacks. Loots. Interesting game. The problem is Nerdageddon is just so. This is a match where it feels like it would be. Wow, they should have probably been eating lands out of our graveyard. This is a match where it feels kind of clunky. My concern is when you run into the degenerate decks. We just haven't been playing against the degenerate combo decks yet today. But my concern is when we run into the degenerate combo decks, like, can we realistically beat those decks? Well, let's sack the land. Get a fetch. No, you have another removal spell? Opponent's gonna eat a land. Well, we will sack the land. Get a fetch. This does well, actually, do we get a Strip Mine? Nah, I don't know if Strip Mine does it. Yeah, let's take a fetch for now. Take a fetch. So we get rid of the Territorial Kavu. We drop to 8. We lose a reclaimer. We can try to strip mine. But if we strip mine, they have a fetch land to probably just replace the types anyway. If their last card's removal, then they just win. Like, then we lose all of our creatures and they just win. Oh, build it. What do we got, Gingerbread? What do we got? Yeah, I mean, you really want to be doing the thing as fast as possible. All right, well, we killed a Kavu. We drop to 8. Opponent passes. Okay. We draw Karn. This is where I really wish we had Ensnaring Bridge. Being able to get Ensnaring Bridge would be so helpful. Oh. I'll grab a land. This Karn doesn't even really do anything, does it? Well, it's a good distraction. It's a good distraction. Let's play the Karn. It might eat a Yashoba attack at least. I mean, strip mining just doesn't do anything when we're this far behind on board. We really gotta catch up. We gotta try to catch up, and then that's why doing things so quickly with this deck is so important. Like, just blowing up 2 lands when we're facing down a 5/3 Trampler and the Deathrite just doesn't really do anything, because then we just die to those things. So we got to try to, like, stabilize the board. But that's why ideally you start strip mining on turn 1, turn 2, and just never let your opponent get ahead on board. I feel like this is kind of an annoying, just like the aggro aspect of the deck, I think makes it kind of good against what we're trying to do. Yeah, Karn doesn't even have anything great to get, really. I mean, we'll just take a Crucible. I'm pretty sure we're just dead, though. Yeah, Strip Mine doesn't really shrink the beaters, though, because there's a fetch land. So, yes, we can Strip Mine, but then the Strip Mine goes away forever because of Deathrite, and they have a fetch land that can replace the land type. So, if there was not a fetch land that could just replace the land types, strip mining would be nice. Like, if we get rid of all the lands, obviously their domain stuff isn't really doing anything, right? And now we're actually just literally dead to the Deathrite. I don't think so yes, obviously we can strip mine a Triome. I don't think that does anything. Like, even let's say we double strip mine. We, instead of getting the fetch, we get a second strip mine, and we just go strip mine Triome. Our opponent's got Blood Crypt, and they got the fetch. Best case, they fetch out a land that gives them 4 land types. That would be the best case for us, is they get another shock and you have 4 land types. So Brawler's a 4/3 instead of a 5/3. Worst case for us, they have another Triome they can get, and they actually still have all 5 land types. Plus, then they have the Deathrite, they can eat the stuff, so it's not like we can really set up the Crucible lock. I don't think that strip mining there is actually beneficial. We could have done it just to say we strip mined, but with that fetch land out, I don't think in this scenario we actually save a meaningful amount of damage by strip mining. Yeah, I wish we Trinisphere and Ensnaring Bridge would be so sweet. Here's the Anthologies cards for the people who've just rolled in. So Anthology 1, pretty much all Brawl stuff. The swords are kind of cute. Like, they could be fun to build like a Cloud deck or something. Put them in some sort of Hammer Time deck. But really, it's a bunch of mana rocks and a bunch of equipment, mostly for Brawl. 2 is where the stuff that's interesting for Constructed comes in. So get the rest of the artifact lands. We already had 2 of them from, I want to say a Jumpstart, maybe, but we already had 2 of them. So we get the rest of the artifact lands and Mox Opal, which means affinity style shenanigans become pretty exciting. Like Pinnacle Emissary is kind of busted. We got a bunch of affinity stuff. So I think some sort of affinity artifact deck, probably pretty good. Plus, we have Mox Opal, which we can use in other contexts too. We've seen they show them in a lot of different decks. So I think that that's a pretty exciting reprint. Grist has funny combo potential. Plus, it's just a good value card. The funny thing about this format, though, is I don't think of Timeless as like a mid-rangey value-y format, which just makes me wonder about like Grist, in Barogoyf, in Pyrogoyf. I'm curious how good they are. I'm definitely planning on building the Goyf deck just because I want to see, and I love the idea of it, and those cards are super cool. So we'll probably see it in a video at some point. Control Magic, I think that's mostly for Brawl. Mana Leak, I don't know how relevant Mana Leak is. So we already have Counterspell, we already have Mana Drain, but it is only 1 in a blue. So maybe if you're in like a 4-color, 5-color deck, maybe not being double blue is enough of an upside, although it is definitely worse than Mana Drain or Counterspell, just like in a vacuum, right? Assuming you can cast both of them easily in your deck, it is like the 3rd or 4th best Counterspell. Thought Scout are actually probably relevant for graveyard filling, for spell slinging. We're playing Wrenn in this deck. Eternal Witness, I think, might actually open up more shenanigans than people realize. There's some cool loops with like Genesis Waves or Over the Tops, these cards that put a ton of things into play, where you can like cast a huge Genesis Wave, hit an Eternal Witness, get back the Genesis Wave, do it again. So there might be some funny shenanigans with Eternal Witness. Trinket Mage, I don't know how much this does with Karn already in the format, probably just being a better Trinket Mage in most decks. Triplicate Titan, I'm also not sure why we have Triplicate Titan. I guess reanimation target, although I'd have to think through. I can't imagine it beats out like Atraxa and stuff, right? Does it actually, is there any world where this is the best thing to reanimate? Maybe in an artifact deck. And maybe it's the best artifact reanimation target for like Duretti or Trash for Treasure or something. Super cute with Trash for Treasure. We can second 2 Trash for Treasure too. Mother Runes, good in fair decks, obviously. Rafellos, very scary for Brawl. Banned in Commander. But gonna be legal in Brawl soon, so I don't know, maybe we gotta build a Brawl deck around it. And then, I mean, Flame Slash is fine removal. I feel like it's mostly been Power Grab. This makes me think like Modern from 10 years ago, like Splinter Twin era Modern. Flame Slash was like a staple level removal spell that so many decks were playing Flame Slash, but we just got 10 more years of cards, and I feel like Unholy Heat and so forth is mostly just better. Fiery Confluence has seen some legacy play. Hey, what's up, oh boy, how are you? Oh boy, Mark? Good, or Dog Boy Mark. How are you? Good to see you. All right, let's blow up some more lands. Where is Mana Leak in Crim's Counterspell tier list? I don't think I've seen him cast one on Commander Clash, so I imagine it can't be too high on the list. It would be really good. I actually think Mana Leak could just come back to Standard. I think with how the power level of Standard has increased, it's kind of the same thing. It's kind of the same thing that I say about Modern. We'll keep this. Leroy Jenkins, eh? We'll keep this. Hopefully the Reclaimer can get us the Strip Mine when we need it. Now let's Wooded Foils, crack Wooded Foils. Snag a Stomping Grounds, and yeah, let's just get down the death ray. Go. I have a commander deck that I think might be right up your alley. Ooh, what is the commander deck, dog? Ancient Tomb, eh? I wish we had a Strip Mine for that. So, well, let's play the land. Play a Deathray. Play an Elvish Reclaimer. And pass the turn. Oops, all snarls. Found it, Eldrazi. Ooh, well, this is why we got the Blood Moons in the sideboard. Found it, Thought Not Seer. Sure, this is gonna be interesting. Opponent can take the Bolt or the Azusa. Gonna take the Azusa. Opponent passes. We draw an ice still. Well, play the Surveil land. Mill the Chrome Mox. So we can't ice till this turn. So, all right, we just gotta pass. We gotta pass for now. See what happens. Neotug for the 80th month. That is a lot of months. Welcome back to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big subscription for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Most of the cards in Anthology seem too mid-rangey for Timeless and are probably much better in Historic. Yeah, that might be true. It that heralds the end. Okay. Sure. And Thief of Existence. Okay, sure. Opponent, combat. Huh. Ha 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 ha. So what is our plan? One, two. Elvish Reclaimer. Sack of Forest. Get a strip mine. And do we just have to take our beats? Yeah, I think we just have to take our beats. We're just going to take the beats. Down to 12. We untap. We draw a Karn. Well, okay, see if this is enough. Exile a land. I mean, we're going to get to a lot of strip mining. Exile a land. No, don't tap the strip mine, auto tapper. Ice Till Explorer. And now we will strip mine Ancient Tube. Strip mine Ancient Tube. Play the strip mine. Milikarn. Strip mine Eldrazi Temple. Strip mine. Oh, we didn't mill a land. Okay. All right, we're gonna blow up them all. Blow up the cavern. Opponent's got no lands. I mean, can we survive the board is the question. Opponent has a strip mine of their own. Gonna get in on the fun. Blow up the stomping ground. Goes to combat. Well, kill that. Block there. We drop to 8 for now. And opponent, no lands, and scoops it up. I mean, that game, like, nothing would have happened if it wasn't for Reclaimer. So, yeah, I mean, Reclaimer, it is slow, right? It is slow in the sense that it's got to be unsummoning sick, and then it gets the land tapped. I like that it adds a body to the battlefield. The other option would be something like in straight Gruul. Like, once you're into black and you play demonic tutors and stuff, it gets a little easier. You could play something like Sylvan Scrying, which is just 2 mana, get strip mine. I don't know. I don't know. I can see arguments for it. Although I do like that this turns into a 3/4 blocker, which is oddly relevant if you run into like the aggro style decks, the creature beatdown decks. Well, okay. We are going to bring the Blood Moons, and we are going to go down. We haven't really seen. We saw one game where Burgeoning popped off, but we just have not really drawn Burgeoning. I don't know if Burgeoning is actually worth it or not. It is kind of slow and clunky, but it also like kind of gets the job done in its own way. Like, what are y'all doing with Spider-Man? Has anyone ordered Spider-Man yet? I know we're getting ready in like a couple weeks to actually do the full spoilers for Spider-Man. Soulstone, so expensive. Oh, I don't even know. I don't even know anymore. Like, I wonder with these sets, with like the Spider-Man set, I don't know if our opponent might be done. Way more excited for Avatar. We've been having this debate. Which one will sell more, Spider-Man or Avatar? I can see arguments for both. I still can't shake that Avatar is actually going to be the one that beats it. Probably going to skip Spider-Man. I think that's what Wizards is going for. I think we've reached the this set's not for you era of Magic, if that makes sense. Where we're going to live in a world where there's just so many products with so many different IPs that it's going to be different. And I think that's where a lot of the angst from the community comes from. Is traditionally Magic has trained players to care about everything. Magic has some of the most hardcore fans, I think, out of any fandom. And wow, opponent's really not gonna play. Okay, sure, opponent, sure. We scared him away with our strip mines. But I think Magic, it trained the community to care about everything that Magic put out, everything that Wizards put out, where every single set is something to be hyped for, a celebration, whatever. And now it's gotten to the point where there's just so much that it's becoming hard for me. And my full-time job that I do every day is talk about Magic and play Magic. And it's become challenging for me to keep up with. I cannot imagine if you're someone that's doing a non-Magic job, which is 99.999% of the world out there. But if you're someone who's going to the office 9 to 5 or, doing a gig job or whatever, going to school, how do you keep up on this realistically? Spider-Man has normie appeal. Avatar has bigger crossover with Magic players, but Spider-Man is one of the biggest in the world. That is true. I'm curious, though. I agree with that. My thinking is, are the Spider-Man normies, do they have the deep pockets that we saw with Final Fantasy? Is a Spider-Man normie gonna buy $1,000 booster box or even a $200 play booster box, or are they gonna buy a movie ticket and that's the extent of their interaction with Spider-Man? Well, we get the free win on that one. Opponent wanted no peace after game 1. I've been taking breaks with sets, no way I can keep up with it all. I mean, I think that makes sense. I think a lot of people have to do it like that. And the hard part with that is that works fine if you're just playing Commander, but it becomes much harder to take breaks if you're trying to keep up on Standard or even Modern or Pioneer. I guess it's easier in Modern or Pioneer because sets don't have as big of an impact, but it's tough to take sets off if your goal is to keep up on Standard. The power level of Spider-Man, honestly, I don't know if any of that matters. I don't know if any of that matters anymore. The VV thing in Final Fantasy selling $200 million in one day, it kind of has me thinking that power levels and all that stuff, when it comes to Universes Beyond sets, it might not matter that much. I don't know. With Final Fantasy, it kind of seems this is fine-ish. I think we just put Azusa to the bottom. Yeah, let's put Azusa to the bottom. Wrenn Catacombs, go. With Final Fantasy, it kind of seems it was going to sell a ridiculous amount no matter what. No matter what Wizards did. No matter what, it was going to be selling billions of dollars. Spider-Man is still Marvel's #1 selling comic. Interesting. Well, this is more awkward than I was hoping, but let's play the Ancient Tomb. Let's crack the Catacombs. Grab a Forest and Dryad of the Ilson Grove. So our opponent can strip mine, which does slow us down a ton. Hopefully they don't. Final Fantasy hit a sweet spot on MTD crossover appeal and well-designed stat. Spider-Man looks to have neither. I mean, I think that Spider-Man has some crossover appeal. Like, it is a huge, super iconic IP. Like, even I know what Spider-Man is. What do you think of this new modern Riddler control deck? Riddler's ended up being really good in modern. How about a land? Ugh, that's not a land. Well, the joy of the strip mine meta. Well, get in and hit you with a Dryad. And opponent gonna brainstorm. Awkward. The only thing I would say about this, well, I guess you got the Solitudes. I think Quantum Riddler is really good if you're playing Ephemerate. And we've seen Quantum Riddler show up in several different modern shells, actually. We see him in, like, the Esper Blink decks. We see him in the Control decks. We see him in Goryo's Vengeance decks. Basically, if you're a deck that's going to be playing Ephemerates, or other Blink effects, I guess. Like, we see Esper's got Phalia and stuff. But if you're doing those shenanigans, it is really, really good. Opponent has a Psychic Frog. That is a concern. So if we bold it, they have to discard 2 cards. I mean, I guess we do it. Ooh, yeah, that strip mine got us pretty good. Opponent discards a land. Opponent. I think we're, yeah, we might be dead. Gruul really struggles with Psychic Frog. Gruul really struggles because even if we strip mine lock them, our opponent can just go all in on this frog. There's no ensnaring bridge, and we don't really have a way to kill it. But I think that I think the deck's cool. I like it. Like, it seems like an interesting take on control. The Evoke Elementals make it a little easier to get away with too, because you have other good blink targets. Where did this card come from? Where did Wary Zone Guard? Where did Wary Zone Guard? Because I feel like Duskmorn Alchemy. Huh. I feel like people are just playing this as tech to beat strip mine, aren't they? I feel like people are just purely playing this to beat strip mine. Huh. Well, you know what? I guess we're gonna have to try to jank him out with Blood Moon. I guess that's our best bet. Go down the Burgeonings. Go down a Gamble. Run it like that. Yeah, it would be good in a strip mine deck. I don't know. I came to grips with playing Modern Horizons cards in Modern. I have not yet come to grips with just embracing alchemy cards on Arena, but give me another year or two and I'll probably get there. It does bring back strip mine. Yeah, no, I mean, I think it's good. I just get stuck on the the all colorless draw. I mean, this is a turn 2 Karn. And we have a strip mine. Yeah, I think we have to mulligan though. Oh, well, okay. The Chrome Mox kind of carries a little bit. So let's put the Karn to the bottom. Now we will see. Chrome Mox. Exile a Deathrite. Play a Mountain. Well, okay. Turn 1, we got 2 cards in hand. Things are not looking super great. Pass the turn. Once Upon a Time. About it. Once Upon a Time could be worth playing in this deck. All right, we could use a fetch land. A fetch land's our best draw. Oh god. Okay. Well, that is not a fetch nor land. I don't like the balance cards, but the design for alchemy cards are fun as hell. Yeah, I mean, I like some of the designs on alchemy cards. I do. I don't really like the balance of them. Oh, are they going to blow up the chrome box? Well, that's real bad. Well, we hit a land. There's still no lands in the battlefield, right? No one has drawn a fetch. All right, plant tapped. Oh, it would have been so nice to get out an ice still, but hit ya. So the bundles got taken down apparently because of a bug. So I guess we just got lucky to snag one before they took them back down. This thing is definitely ruining our plans. Found it. Untap land. Damn you. Well, yeah, all right.
Oh, no.
We're just gonna go to the next one. Huh. How do we, man, are we gonna have to build our decks to try to beat this alchemy card? Last time we played Strip Mine, I didn't see that card at all. Did people just start playing the Wary Zone guard? Is that a brand new thing? Because we played a bunch of Strip Mine for Against the Odds like a week ago, and we didn't play against it once. Maybe we gotta play like, more removal, surgical, something. The fact that it comes into play tap, so it triggers right away, is kind of very strong. Alchemy got a lot more fun when 3-year rotation kicked in. Interesting. Ugh. Yeah, I feel like Burgeoning's actually... I don't know if Burgeoning's actually worth it. Well, we're going to try it. We're going to try it because it's in our deck, so... I guess this helps us determine if this card's getting cut. So far, it's felt pretty mediocre. Opponent gets a fetch land. Burgeoning is an absurd commander card, right? Because you have a bunch of opponents putting lands into play. How many lands in the graveyard? 1? Huh. I want to play the Burgeoning, but I'm afraid, yeah, you know what? Let's play the Burgeoning and see what happens. I'm a little bit afraid that they're just going to grow this outside of lightning bolt range, but get down the Burgeoning. So if our opponent plays a land, we get to put a land into play. Ideally, they play a land, we put in a fetch and kill the Reclaimer. All right, Barbarian Ring. Well, we will put a Catacombs into play. Barbarian Ring, eh? Scythe Cat. Oh, they're like a landfall deck. All right, well, crack the Catacombs. Get a Stomping Grounds. Opponent gets the cat. Opponent goes to combat. Opponent gets in. Well, we're going to kill the Cub. Drop to 15. Ancient Tomb. Play the Karn. And grab the One Ring.
We must.
All right, opponent. There's a reason why Wizards couldn't afford what Disney Marvel was asking for. Hey, MG Goldfish, you having any problems with Arena today? Are you having any problems with Arena today? I've been trying to troubleshoot for like an hour and haven't figured anything out. What issues are you having, Dom Rock? So, I have had an issue with buying stuff from the store. There was like a bug with us buying the anthologies. I have not had any gameplay issues though. Like the games. Seriously. Seriously, what does every deck play this thing? Ah! This thing is my nemesis. Oh, jeez. It makes strip mining so much less fun. Well, let's get a commercial district. Definitely get rid of the Burgeoning. Opponent hits us to 11. Gets a land for free. We get a Wrenn that doesn't really do anything. So, well, let's play a One Ring. Drop to 9. It just really doesn't feel worth giving up draws to turn it into a creature. Yeah, we got to draw. We just got to draw with it. Draw with the One Ring. Oh, they finally added Wrenn and 6 to Arena, and they did it right after adding Strip Mine to Arena. Seriously. Pona has a lightning bolt. Well, play the land, pass the turn. I hate that card. We've played, is this at like 50% of decks? We've played against Weary's Own Guard like every round. I think that drawing cards is more important than trying to block there. Like, they already can't damage us. So the one Ring is only defending the Karn. And the Karn's dying anyway. Huh. Well, I might have to rebuild some of my decks to take into account Weary's Own Guard, which is apparently the most played card in Timeless at the moment. Do you feel like Magic viewership has grown, or do you feel like it has plateaued for a while? Like in general or on Twitch? I feel like Magic viewership on Twitch has actually went down quite a bit compared to where it used to be. Yeah, I think this game's pretty much just over. Even if we get Strip Mines, it just doesn't do anything against Weary's Own Guard. Well, apparently we're gonna have to figure out a plan for that Alchemy card, because boy, that is like the hard answer to Strip Mines. Maybe Strip Mines gonna be fine in Timeless if everyone's playing that thing. Maybe Strip Mines is just not even good. My first attempt at a weenie deck in Standard. What do you think? Let me see, Motherfrogger. What is your favorite battleground? Oh, battleground background. Oh, like on Arena? I think it might be recency bias. I think the Edge of Eternity's one was pretty cool. I like the Edge of Eternity's one. I think the Alice Yorn one might be my least favorite. I've never liked the Alice Yorn one for some reason. A lot of them are just kind of samey to me, where they're like kind of average. I'm trying to think. Was it Duskmorn that had... Duskmorn was pretty cool. The ones that are actually interactable, where if you click on things, stuff happens, those are kind of neat. Fauna gets a forest. And Elvish Reclaimer. Alright, well, let's crack this. Grab a Surveil land. Actually, do we just need to bolt that? If we just bolt that and then Strip Mine, that seems pretty good. You know what? Let's do that. Let's get an untapped land. Bolt a Reclaimer. Maybe we can beat that thing by just making sure it never comes down. That would be ideal. So let's play a Strip Mine. Blow it up. Pass the turn. Opponent. Strip Mine. And opponent also going to do a little strip mining. And let's play the land. Play the Chrome Box. Get rid of the Burgeoning, which is never going to do anything. Pass the turn. Chrome Box also kind of good when everyone's strip mining, I guess. About it. Misty. Well, let's crack this. Get our Surveil land. We do need to hit another land. Well, definitely do not want a Zusa. Ice Till. The problem is they have the Alchemy card. So they have the card that's just like, if they draw it, they win. So we're under a lot of pressure here, because if they get to 3 mana, that thing just wins the game because it undoes all of this. Bone it. Or maybe we just gotta play that card. Ugh. Ugh. I shudder to think of it. Malevolent Rumble. Opponent gonna do some milling. Gonna find a strip mine. Why don't you play the alchemy cards 3x? So I was taught a long time ago that that we're not allowed to play alchemy cards. That is the biggest reason. When they announced alchemy, we tried to play alchemy, and wow, maybe it'll be different now. But the biggest message, one of the biggest messages I've ever got from the Goldfish audience was, don't play with alchemy cards because we really hate them. So that's been the biggest reason why I avoid alchemy cards. But maybe it would go okay now. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think it's probably just over. We could strip mine. Yeah, I mean, I guess we do, but then we're farther away from doing anything. I guess we have to strip mine. Pass the turn. Opponent land. I mean, if they have the alchemy thing, yeah, all right, sure. Well, we learned a lesson about this wary zone guard, which is definitely gonna have to keep that in mind. Oh, we're either gonna have to go to the dark side and just play that card, or we're gonna have to find a way to beat the card. I gotta say, I think this build we had way less success with than we did with the build from Against the Odds. I think the Wrenn 6 build way worse than the Golgari build we played. I'm not sure how much of that, like, I know Wrenn 6 is really strong in this deck, so I don't think the problem is that Wrenn 6 is bad. It might just be variance that with the alchemy card that we played against so much, which we didn't play against at all with the Against the Odds build. So maybe that's the difference. Like, that card is just so good against what we're trying to do. So it might be back to the drawing board. Maybe we gotta go Prison Shell. It might actually have to be a Prison Shell. Because I feel like a Prison Shell, maybe that solves some of the problems, like Chalices and Blood Moons. It's gonna make Strip Mine worse. But maybe that's going to make it harder for our opponent to get lands in the graveyard, to get out with that thing. I don't know. I will say, hey, welcome, Marcel. Good to see you. Welcome to the stream. When is the next Viewer Battles stream? Oh, I guess I'll have to get one. I'll have to get one on the schedule. A couple of weeks, maybe. I will remind me next stream, and I'll try to have one on the schedule. So thoughts about this deck? I love strip mining. That alchemy card is a problem to be solved, but it's a problem that can be solved. Either that, or we just go full on dark side, and we're like, we're playing the alchemy card because it's good in the deck, and hopefully we can avoid that. I will say thoughts on this deck. Gamble, it's still gamble. It does exactly what it does, where some percentage of the time it works. The percent where it doesn't work, it gives some hilariously brutal moments. Not sure about burgeoning. Burgeoning, it feels kind of like inconsistent. It's inconsistent. We've seen games where it really pops off and it feels great when we have it exactly on turn one and it's in the right matchups. We've also seen some games where it was pretty clunky and like the worst card in our deck. Ice still obviously great. Not sure about Karn. I wasn't actually that impressed with Karn. It felt like a lot of times it was just getting a one ring anyway, and then we could just play 4 one rings if we're going to do that. So I almost wonder if just playing the one rings would be better than playing the Karns there. It is nice that it can get like the liquid metal coating and these like flexible sideboard slots, but just in practice, most of the time it's like we emptied our hand, we Karn for the one ring, Karn dies, and we kind of just like one ringed with extra steps. So I do wonder if it's going to be worth it in the end. The other card that's awkward is Chromox, where I can't shake the feeling that it's a necessary evil. I don't like it in the deck especially. But I just feel like the nature of Historic is so degenerate and explosive, and that this deck really has to get out ahead of the other decks to have a shot to do the strip mine thing, that I kind of feel like it's almost like a necessary evil for the explosive starts. But it also is just, admittedly, super clunky and like such a bad top deck. And another one of those like kind of burgeoning cards where like on turn 1 it's so busted, but then on turn 3 or 4 it's kind of like, yeah, that kind of sucks. So I don't know, but I do know we are going to be doing more strip mining because I think we got a limited window. I think we got a limited window to do this before it gets restricted. So I know we'll be doing more in the future, but yeah, I think I might switch to that. Hey, good to see you, Unforeseen Weed. Glad to catch you live. Been watching on YouTube for a couple years. Hope all is well today. Yeah, hope all is well with you. Hey, thank you, Patrick. But anyway, everyone, I feel bad because we got a couple new people rolling in. But hey, what's up, Joseph? Good to see you. It's been a minute. Are you excited for Gamescom? What is Gamescom? I don't even know what that is, birds. But anyway, everyone, I think that brings us to the end of our stream for today. So I'll work on some more strip mining. We'll have another stream next week. Some reminders on the way out the door. Replay YouTube, as we invite all the old streams, including this one in the future. Normal YouTube. Lots of sweet stuff coming out tomorrow. We have a pretty hilarious against the odds deck, which I think you all are gonna like just with the absurdity of it. So keep an eye out for that. And one more reminder that our sponsor today is Card Kingdom. If you need some magical cards, you can get them over at cardkingdom.com/mtdgoldfish. Most importantly, thank you to all of you. Y'all are amazing and awesome, and I love y'all. I hope you have an amazing day, a great week, and we'll do it again next week. See you, Duca Buddy. See you, everyone. I love y'all. Be good, and I will talk to you soon.